Right then, hello. Welcome to the Long Dark. Really a microphone test, if nothing else. I'm hoping this one's a bit more, I don't know, bassy, scratchy. Maybe it's a little bit too loud. I'm not sure. We'll have a play with it through this session and see how we get on. Let me just lift my monitor up here. There we are. Lovely. Jesus, is it too loud? A little bit too loud? It's loud. It's a little bit too loud. Okie dokie. I shall take the edge off it for you. It's very rich. I know. It's probably too rich. Too rich for live streaming, but never mind. Let me go to the sounds tab and just knock a couple of old decibels off. Let's drop down to 98 there. Hello. Does that seem a bit more bearable? Is that a bit better? A bit too quiet now?
Oh, yeah.
Can't believe I'm still letting you take my money. Well, that's your own damn fault. Is that a bit better? Does that feel all right? Okie dokie. So, let us partake in the Long Dark here. We've got everything just about set up here. We're going to get into it. Yes, I think I'm all good to go. I'm still waiting for the shock mount for this mic, and it doesn't fit the Blue Yeti mic arm that I've got. I've got an old Rode mic arm, I can't remember the name of it, but it's an old Rode mic arm, which is as much as I can tell you, and it does fit this microphone, but there's no point in me going to the hassle of assembling the new mic arm and everything until the shock mount arrives. Now, the shock mount was meant to be arriving today before 12 o'clock, but I've had an email through from Scan Computers telling me that it isn't likely going to be dispatched until tomorrow. So I'm kind of sitting on my hands waiting for that. Looks like I won't be able to set it up till Friday. So at the moment, I've just managed to jerry-rig the Sennheiser microphone using the Blue Yeti mount. It doesn't really work. It doesn't fit together well at all, but it fits together. So I thought maybe we'll have a look at that. Right. So it's bassy, a little bit too bassy, people say. Okay. If I move it just a little bit further back, then somewhere like over here. Again, this is all sort of trial and error. Does that seem a bit more bearable? Is that too quiet now? Maybe I should turn it up by a decibel. What do we think? Too far? Too little? That's now on top of the microphone. Sorry, there's going to be a little bit of an audio setup before we get into the meat and gravy of the game here. You love the bass? Yeah, it is quite bassy. Let's turn it up by 1%, and hopefully that's going to be sort of the happy medium. This thing's got a cardioid microphone profile, which means the closer I am to it, yes, that's probably going to be way too loud and way too bassy, but it's got a very good depth. I found the audio footprint of this microphone to be very, very good. Much better than that of the Blue Yeti. I found the Blue Yeti one to be quite, well, not muddy, but it certainly did, but I much prefer this. I don't know, it's weird. I like the one before. You like the one before?
Oh, yeah.
Thank you very much there to Hedge Hoot. Cheers, man. You're establishing a baseline. Yeah, I guess. I just got that joke. I feel... Right, okay. You like the other one more, said Sir Waste. You like the one before. Yeah, the only thing that I didn't like about the one before... Well, first of all, I bent the original one that I had before. And I do quite like this one. For its own reason, its own sort of crisp reason. Again, we'll see how it goes. Yeah, we'll see how it gets on. Hopefully it's okay. As I say, I'm not entirely sure how it's going to perform, but fingers crossed it does okay. Hopefully that's all right. Okay, well, let's get into the game, and we can, because it's just on a mic arm, I can just swivel it and change the volume on the fly. So we'll do it like this. Put it back a little. We need that bass. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
The problem is I don't want it to be too loud while I'm talking. Probably, yeah, it's probably a little bit too bassy. If I'm honest, that really just is how bassy and scratchy my voice is. Like, it wasn't necessarily very well picked up by the Blue Yeti. Right. Let's see. Sounds. I don't want to like ear rape you. That's the only thing. So I want to take the just the edge off by just dropping it 1% to 9. There we go. That's just again. It's a little bit quieter, but that should take some of the background noise off, some of the edge off. That should be all right. Well, we'll see how we sound versus the game. Independently, it might sound a little bit different, but versus the game, let's see how we get on. With a little bit of background noise, it might drown out some of that weird background noise that you're getting on your end. Hopefully things are going to be okay, and you are actually going to be able to hear me over the game. That's the big plan. Right then. So, what were we doing? I can't even remember. We've just got back from, I believe, a small expedition Outback and beyond. We've got ourselves a knife here. Let's just quickly harvest that. The sun's coming up, it looks like. We've arrived here just in the small of the morning, which isn't too bad. I believe I wanted to manufacture some arrows, because I've got arrows and things that I need to manufacture. I've got some spare arrowheads and things like that. I've got some spare arrow shafts, if memory serves. So I just need to make sure that I do... Oh, look at this. Tin of peaches.
Oh,
Absolutely fucked, this tin of peaches. 0% condition. You're going to find a lot of our tinned food is at 0% condition. There you go, but it didn't kill me. So we got that going for us, at least. Thank you very much there to Sir Waste. Damn, time is going so fast. Still good quality content all the time. Or, well, most of the time. Most of the time. Most of the time. Not all of the time. So let's. I don't need to manufacture any of these. Let's put them in the drawer of herbs and spices. Let's go up here. Where are we keeping them? Oh, that's right. My ear warmers were ruined. I remember. Devastated. Right. Let's put this in here. And we've got this old man's beard. Not got much of that. So we've got a lot of that now. I actually need to start taking it out and filtering it through. We've got ourselves a piece of scrap metal. I'm pretty sure this goes in the tin. Along with the other 40 pieces of scrap metal we're harbouring here. Lovely. And we've got those crow feathers, which we're going to be using for arrowhead manufacturing. So let's have a look here. 1.5 hours to build. Just make ourselves an extra arrow so we can go out and hunt deer and so on. It's just going to be something to do as the days progress. I need, what was it? Another arrowhead, was that? Yeah, I need another arrowhead. I'm sure I've got some spare. Here we go. 32 arrowheads. Transfer 1. Build me another arrow. Lovely. Not too bad. Did you change some visuals? The rose hips look different. No, I didn't change any visuals, sorry. Yeah, everything that has been changed courtesy of the developers. I have not interfered, as it were. Right, so these things are absolutely knackered, so I've got to rip them up. So I've lost a little bit of my warmth through careless maintenance. I didn't think they'd degrade quite so quickly. I do have a spare set, though, which I'm going to put on. I'll need to repair them. But yeah, it's going to make the most difference. Let's try and repair these. We've got a decent repair skill, so it shouldn't be too bad. There we go, and that's put them up to 97%, which will do nicely. Let's go to our clothing tab and pop that back on our head. Look at that, we look beautiful, don't we? I still don't have any leg warmers or anything like that, so fucked in that regard. But yeah, otherwise I'm okay. I've got a shitload of water that I made in a cooking spray. Well, I think I made a fire that was lasting too long, so I just fucking threw a load of water out the front. Let's see here. So I want to unload the rifle, actually. That's the first thing. I want to pop it back on the shelf. Going to unload. Lovely. I wanted to have a quick session with the whetstone as well, if I remember. If I pop that back on there. I've got the rifle bullets with me. This I can't seem to break down, which is annoying, so it's probably going to go outside in the cave as a means to tidy up all of my ruined stuff. I've got some tins, which I can only use 2 for cooking, so I'll leave this one in here somewhere, put it up on the shelf with the other tins, so I can find a spot for it. There we go. And I think that's pretty much it. I think it's time to go out for a little bit of an explore. We've got some firewood that we need to drop off because we used a lot of our firewood originally. Sweet Jesus, that sound quality. Don't you believe it. There's no sound quality here. So, what am I doing? Where am I going? We are going to go... But we could go and do some hunting. Let's go and check on last night's rabbit snares, because I only recently put those out, I think. Right. Yeah, I don't know where people are getting this notion that quality and Quebec can coexist in the same environment. I'm not sure. I'm not sure where you're getting this idea from. But yeah, hopefully it's coming through okay. Sorry, beg your pardon. Hopefully it's coming through okay. Thank you very much there to Blade for 6 months. 6 months already. Enjoy your... Oh, hello. Oh, he was... Oh, hello. Jesus, no. He was sniffing at his friend. Oh. It seems to be a really good source of rabbits, this area, so I'm just going to keep the snares set up like this. Eventually these snares will break, but I've got some spare ones inside, so we should be alright. Right, let's grab this other snare, let's put it down here. Again, we seem to have chosen a bit of a hot spot for rabbits there, which is pretty good. Both start with QU, but they're unable to coexist in the same sentence, exactly. Q and quality can only exist in the same sentence if the presence of lack of is there. Yeah, that's it. That's the rule. No I after E and no QU if lack of is not in same sentence. There we go. Got it. Well, someone write that down. Someone send that to Oxford. Right then, so we've got these rabbits. We might as well skin them and leave whatever we've got out here. I need a new knife, and actually, before I head out, I need to have a quick session with the whetstone, which is sounding more and more like a euphemism the more I say it, but I promise you it's not. Let's go to sharpening. Let's sharpen this. It improves by 5% condition for each time I sharpen it. We'll go out. We should be tired around the right time as well, which is good. Because this is my last hatchet. I don't have any more hatchets after this. I need to keep this one in good nick. Sharpening increased to level 72. Lovely stuff. Sharpening increased to 73. No, you don't need our knife to harvest them. Ah! See? This is why I keep Karma around. Karma's full of the good ideas. He's absolutely right. I don't need a knife to harvest them. I can just use my hands. He's absolutely spot on there. I'm going to just sharpen this all of the way up to 100% condition, I think. Its current condition's at 50%. This is my last hatchet, so I need to make sure it does not break. It would appear that the improvised tools break quite often, so you've got to be careful with that. Unfortunately, I don't have the means to make too much more equipment outside of these whetstones. I've only got 2 whetstones left. It seems to be that I'm going to have to be a little bit more careful with my firewood and so on. Hello, man with the great voice. Hello, Raptores. Welcome. Still 5% condition increases each time. 40% on the whetstone there. Just sharpening this axe to the point where it's still basically usable. 80%. Let's go for 86%. And that'll do nicely. Okay, so I've got myself a knife. I've got myself a hatchet. Let's just sharpen up this knife just a little bit with the last of the whetstone. And then we'll, I don't know. We'll go and, well, first of all, I need to drink, but that's alright. Sharpening's up to 85 now, which is good. I'm not sure what the relevance of increasing it is. It seems to be doing the same amount each time. It's not up to the next level just yet. 83%. Let's sharpen it one more time. We've spent most of the day sharpening our tools, as it were. Lovely. So 80, well, to be honest, there's only fucking 5% left in the whetstone, or 10%, so we'll just use it once on the knife and once on the axe. That's 93%. And this one, sharpen it with the whetstone, and that should take it up to the next level. Well, not the next level, but there we go. Broken. This one does not have any means of recovery. You can't, like, harvest it. So let's drop that here and put it over on the shelf of Purgatory, which is getting increasingly full as the days go on. That's the shelf of Purgatory. All of our ruined stuff goes up here, so we've got lots of broken sewing kits, lots of broken whetstones. I've only got 2 fresh whetstones left. Part of the reason why I need to go and explore stuff. So let's harvest these rabbits that I picked up. These ones, harvest, we shall use our hands. as a means of harvesting them, as we do not need to worry about damaging tools if we use our hands. It takes a little while, and I am quite thirsty, but I shall drink and eat and sleep, and then we'll be good to go. Let's use that, and that, and that. Yeah, we need to use our hands to harvest whenever we can to try and preserve our tools. And only use our tools in emergency situations. Ah, here we go. It's getting dark now. Let's go for a drink. We're going to go outside. I'll probably cook, actually, tonight. Let's do some cooking now, in fact. Do I have any... I've got these spare crackers, but I don't want to eat those. Let's just quickly grab some food from the cabin. Outside. Yvette keeps his tool in great quality. It's a good life lesson. Let's grab some wolf meat. I've got some mouldy stuff here. Let's just have a little bit of rabbit on the side. Some of the more gone-off stuff. Do I have any mouldy rabbit? Oh, I do have some mouldy rabbit. Just a little bit to help top up the tank before we go to bed. We'll go back inside, we'll cook up what we've got, and then we'll probably sleep right through till morning. I'll drop off the hides and the guts that I've got here as well. So what's the aim of this game / mood? Sorry, or I'm guessing you mean mod. Is it just survival? No, it's... Well, yes, actually. I was going to say no, it isn't, but it absolutely is. Survival is the name of the game. Basically, you're a bush pilot that is crash-landed in rural Canada, and your job, essentially, is to try and survive for as long as you can. Now, there is a story mode to this game, where you can use... what am I going to use here? Let's use... Fire Striker. Oh, that's right, I got some wooden matches, didn't I? Let's use this Fire Striker. Is this a new playthrough or the same one? It's the same playthrough. It's the same playthrough. Right, so let's get this fire going. I'm going to cook up the rabbit that I've got so that it preserves a little bit better. And then after that, who bloody knows? Sounds wicked. Well, it's definitely a cool concept, but it's quite a slow game, all things considered. You've got to sort of enjoy I don't want to say it's tedious, but you've got to enjoy how slow the game is to really get the most out of it. And that's the trick, to be honest. Ooh, non-possible water. Snow. I guess we can boil those up. Non-possible water and snow. Let's throw a piece of reclaimed wood in there. That should give us just the right amount of time that we need. So, non-possible water. That's possible water. Let's throw our first bit of rabbit meat in there. Grab that. That's cooked. And then let's throw our last two in there. How long are they going to take to cook? 21 and 3 minutes. Pretty sure we just do that one. The other one shouldn't burn. No, there you go. That one and that one. And there's an hour of cooking left. I can't make any water in that time because it won't have time to purify. So we're going to sleep through till morning. And then we'll go out for a day's hunting, I think. So let's go for a sleep. I'll put the crackers away on one of the shelves as they're one of the few foods for some reason that haven't gone right. I don't know how crackers have survived longer than tinned food, but... you know, we won't judge. We'll go for a full sleep. We should wake up in sort of the not the small hours of the morning, the large hours of the morning. Zach says, or Zijak, good day, Q. Will you ever play Bomber Crew USAF DLC? Yes. When is a different matter. I'm sure I'll eventually get round to it. It's just one of those ones. I've not really been in the mood for Bomber Crew.
Surrounded by snow, and nothing to drink.
Got a very good point. Let's get a little bit of that water down in that we've got. We'll go out, we'll grab a piece of meat, and then we'll head out for a day's hunting. Or at least we'll go out and see what's about. Oh, hello. Very, very, very poor visibility. Maybe not appropriate weather for hunting. So I've got a scent, apparently. Why do I have a scent? It's because I'm carrying all this rabbit meat. Let's drop these off. The crackers, we'll put those away, might as well. The weather's not quite appropriate for going out hunting. Yeah, look at the bottom shelf, you donut. Look at this. There's more than enough water down there. Okay, well, there we go, we'll put them on the table. Set of oh, Jesus, I got a bit of a cracker emporium opening up there. I didn't even realise I was keeping crackers here. I thought they were like part of the table's aesthetic. And the rifle's still bugged out on this save, which means it falls down behind here, which is why I unload the ammunition in case it ever actually disappears. So I've got buttloads of scrap metal. What I could do with is some coal. So I think we'll go out on an expedition to try and gather some coal. What I'll need is some light lantern fuel. We're going to take some of that with me. I'm going to need sticks and some cloth to go with me, because I'm going to need to explore one of the caves out by a transit area. I'm not going to take my rifle. I don't feel like I need it. My bedroll could be useful for the expedition. But it will inhibit how much I can carry back. Will I need my bedroll? I'm going to say no. I'm going to try and traverse it without my bedroll. I feel like there's areas that I can stop between that would be better, because I can bring more material back if I don't take the bedroll. Although, how much coal am I planning to find? Probably not. We'll take it. You never know when you might need it. So we've got our cloth, we've got all of that. We'll drop the rifle off outside. For anybody wondering, we're going to the Hydra Dam biome that we went to last time. Unfortunately, we're going to have to trek there in the snow. I'm just going to drop this old arrow down here. It's 1/2 kilogram we can shed. We've got my tins and everything like that. Yep, we've got a shitty bit of fishing line. Our bandages. How many bandages have we got? Ooh, we've only got one. Let's quickly grab some more bandages. How's my antiseptic doing? I've got... probably enough antiseptic. A rifle that shoots arrows. Did I say rifle? I meant bow. Yeah, let's take some of those. The reason I'm using the antiseptic and not the old man's beard is because the antiseptic is it takes up a lot more in storage. If I can get through a couple of bottles of antiseptic, I'll be alright. So when visibility is this poor in this part of the map, the easiest way for me to orient myself is to follow the cliff just this way. So you see this cliff here. This is the northernmost border of this region, or what I would determine to be the northernmost border. So we travel basically parallel with this so that we don't get turned around. Now there is a part a little bit further up where you want to break away from the map border, because otherwise you'll basically extend your journey by a long way. But for the first little bit, sort of running parallel with this cliff is a good rule of thumb. Although, to be honest, now that I think about it, it's probably easier if I just go the route that I know, rather than sticking to that north wall. I can sort of blindly touchy-feely my way around the forest quite easily. So we'll crack on with it like this. We'll do it like this. Quebec and words, sorry, name a better pair of arch enemies. No. Quebec and quality, yeah, he's got me there. Wait, Q's carrying less than 30 kilograms? Yeah, I know, yeah. Something's wrong in the matrix. We're on the bottom of the hill. This is normally where we come to gather our firewood. One of the sapling stumps. Those crows tell me that that's where the dead body is, underneath the log fall. So we need to keep pushing this way. Up and over here. We'll come across the pond very shortly, the unnamed pond, and then we'll push on from there to the lone cabin, then to the logging camp, and then to the Carter Hydra Dam. And then I'm going to go into the cave that's around the Carter Hydra Dam in an attempt to gather some coal, because coal's what I'm here for. Coal essentially is your ability to manufacture weapons and arrowheads, and is required to fire the forge up. Basically, there's a forge at Forlorn Muskeg, and I believe Desolation Point. And the caveat with it is that you want to use the forge to make arrowheads, which I've got loads of now. Like I don't really need to worry about arrowheads anymore. We'll go this way. When I'm hugging the map boundary, it's not quite as good. Looks like we've got a kill over here of some description. Is it a dead deer, a dead wolf? I see the crows. Ah, here we are. This is the lake. This is the pond. So at least I'm going the right way. Have the crows dropped us any feathers? Because feathers are quite rare. Here we are. Fresh kills tend to spawn quite a few feathers, but old kills like this are mostly used up. Every now and again, a crow picking the eyeballs out of a dead body will throw you a bone and give you an extra crow feather to play with. We're heading this way. Temperature is quite reasonable at the minute. Food is going to be a problem. I didn't bring any food with me. In fact, just like that, I think I'm going to have to go back. I did not. How did I not bring any food? Whoopsie daisy. Right, well, okay. And there goes the stomach grumble. Okay, I'm planning to be out there for a couple of days, so I can't not bring food. Fortunately, the way I showed you was a bit detoury, so the way back is a little bit quicker. That explains the less than 30 kilograms. I didn't bring any food. I didn't bring any food. Oh, hello. I might have solved my food problem. Let's try and get on this guy's ass. I'm never going to find him in this weather. Where did he go? That's my food problem sorted. That's that old arrow. Looks like it snapped. Yeah, that's the old arrow. This is one of the new ones. Right then. 1 dig. I think 2 dig is a little bit more accurate. Let's bring 3 kilograms of meat with me. That should be enough to see me through this small expedition. I'm going to have quite the scent, I'm afraid, until I cook it, but it will at least get me through. Let's go for a 4th kilogram, as it's got the matter to have 4 kilograms. Hopefully the weather's going to be a bit clearer. Yes, yeah, the weather's cleared up now. This is good. This is better weather to travel in. I'm trying to think where we can cook it. I could probably grab some. Yeah, I can grab some wood on the way through the Hydro Dam, and I can cook it in the Hydro Dam. So we'll try and push straight through for the Hydro Dam without getting mauled by animals, if that is at all possible. There's another deer over there. It's a shame to waste the hide and stuff, but although the meat will be rotten like completely, the hide should be still in decent condition as I make my way back through in about 2 days. What you really want to do is have those things in a blizzard, because the blizzards like pretty much instantly preserve the food, which is nice. I missed some old man's beard over there. I thought I saw some old man's beard then. Maybe not. Maybe it's just a weird tree branch. Under the flesh. Right. Did you get all the cattails already? No, I didn't get the cattails. I suppose I could, but the problem is that I don't know how well they'll keep once I've got them. And they double up as like a tinder material, and I don't need any fucking like fire lighting supplies. I just don't need them. I dumped about 100 tinder plugs back in the cave up the mountain or up the hill, but I really just don't need that as of the moment. I'm going to withdraw our bow. The signs of rabbits and things over there means that there isn't too much hostile wildlife about, which I'm grateful for. Very grateful for. Do blizzards really preserve the meat? Well, basically they cause the body to freeze. So if a carcass freezes, then the meat inside lasts a bit longer. So if you don't harvest it, you want the body to freeze. Otherwise, it's quite warm, quite musty in a carcass, and you end up with this rather rancid environment for the meat to simmer in. But if it freezes like right through, then yeah, it will last a bit longer. Cattails stay at 100%. Interesting. I shall endeavour to harvest the cattails then. It is still the stalker save. I'm guessing it's just you. U815. Yeah, it is still just the stalker save. that we were working on before. I was worried I might have lost it, but that happened to me last time, and so I ticked the Steam synchronization, the Steam save thing, to have my save game saved. And it's done. It did a bloody good job, because I wiped my PC. I've got myself a new microphone, for anybody wondering. Again, I'm still looking for feedback on this microphone, because... Ooh. He's down there. I'm being driven off this way. It's all good. I was expecting to have a bit of contact as we push through here because of the scent. That's where we want to go. We'll just cut right across the middle. We're going to be getting tracked, but again, it's not the end of the world. I've got 3 arrows, 2 of which are in good condition. All candy bars degrade slower outside, and some food. It's better than my previous mic, that's for sure. Is it though? Is it though? Is it too good? Is it too bassy, scratchy? The thing is that basically when you get a microphone, or let's use the headphone analogy. Have you ever used, I don't know, like with your phone, 2 different pairs of earphones, not headphones, but earphones, little earbuds, and even though you're listening to the same song through them, the song sounds slightly differently in terms of its audio footprint. Maybe one sounds slightly more bassy than the other, maybe one can't quite handle the higher frequencies. It's because audio companies have their own audio footprint in what they believe something should sound like and what their earphones can best emulate. I find myself very, very impressed with Sennheiser's audio footprint, and so, at least with their headphones, so I thought I'd try an audio microphone. Apparently, as well, the diaphragm in this microphone here, in this digital Mark IV, is 20. I learned it after I bought it, reading through the manual. It's 24 karat gold, apparently, which I guess is extremely good for. Is it resistance that gold is good for, or like it has like virtually none or very little? I got some bling ting microphone, even though it's like hidden. Honestly, you barely notice a difference. Well, that's what I wanted, to be fair. I didn't want it to be, like, crazy. I didn't want you to hear every, like, lip smack and, you know, saliva gurgle that I frequently make live streaming. So, yeah. I just wanted to make sure that the volume's okay, that I've got the right sort of distance from the mouth to the microphone and so on. Just because the only thing that I don't have on this microphone that I did have on the other microphone is the ability to hear myself back through an instant feedback system. So the Blue Yeti and the Blue Yeti Pro microphones that I've used in the past have a little 3.5mm audio jack on the top of the microphone that you can plug into, and it essentially uses the Blue Yeti as a sound card, and the benefit of that is that you get a 0 latency playback of your own voice. If you've ever tried to listen to this device in the Windows sound options, you'll note there's a delay on it because it's having to go from your mic to the processor, be processed, and then come back again. There's a latency of about like 20 milliseconds or something like that, but it's enough for it to really throw you off because it sounds like you're talking over someone. It's really not that good. It's a superconductor. Sennheiser is the parent company of Neumann, and they look at the slight high-mid exaggeration of the Neumann mics from them, which is very good for voice, but it can get harsh with high female vocals. Well, there's no doubt. To be honest, the only female vocal that I could properly emulate is my primary school dinner lady, because this is what she sounded like. It's great for your voice, a lot better than the Blue. Gain is right as well, which is very good. As I say, that the audio footprint I was very impressed with Sennheiser. Again, there may be a little bit more vibration that gets to the mic than I'd like because of the issue with not having the shock mount yet. As I say, it's running a little bit late. Climo, all our money spent on this bling ting mic, really worth it, really? I'll be the judge. We'll be the judge of that in the days to come. But as I say, I'm just playing with it because I don't. The reason I'm so uncertain about it is because I don't have that instant feedback. I don't know exactly what A, I sound like, or B, how loud I am, how quiet I am, whether this crunching snow is drowning me out, because according to the OBS volume bar there, I'm not actually talking too loud, but maybe I don't need to talk too loud. Maybe because this mic is so much clearer with its 24 karat gold diaphragm, that I'm so much clearer against the background noise that it doesn't necessarily matter what I sound like, if you know what I mean. Yeah, my screams are going to be pretty fucking terrible with this microphone, by the way. I hope you're ready for that. It's going to be really bad when Joe comes screaming. So I'm pretty sure we twatted the wolf that came through here last time. It was hiding around here on these rocks, and we just pinked it with the bow. So there's probably a dead wolf around here. There used to be a bear that patrolled around here. Although I think since my last adventure, I've killed it. And you know, in the 100 and like how many days? 130 days that I've been playing this save, 144 days. I have never used the riverbed. There might actually be some decent loot in the riverbed. I've never used it. Jump scare when? It's gonna come soon, hopefully. Hi Q, been watching your streams for some time now, but cannot understand the whole bear thing. Can you explain why a bear logo and all the rest? Why bear man? The whole, I don't know, trope with the bear, fucking, I think it's just because I'm a big, as the young lads would say, a puss. And when I first started playing this game, bears used to scare the shit out of me. Not because I'm afraid of bears, but there's a certain anxiety that you get when playing the Long Dark due to the Iron Man nature of its saving system. You can't obviously recover a save. Once it's gone, it's deleted, it's Iron Man, you die, you're out. And so I was a little bit, you know, terrified every time a potential game-closing creature would come next to me like a wolf or a bear. And as a result, it's been the source of, I'm sure, many chat-enjoyed screams over the years. I don't have any shit to do in here. In fact, while stuff's cooking, I might well, in fact, I wonder if I can cook on this fire barrel. Because there's a fire barrel in here, I'm pretty sure. But I can't remember whether I can cook on it. Yes, I can. Looks like I can just whack the meat over the top there. Looks like I can just whack the meat, folks. Why aren't you afraid of bears? Sorry, why aren't you afraid of bears? Be afraid of bears. Words are my arch enemy. I'm sorry, I've not got that sentence at all. Why aren't you afraid of bears? Be afraid of bears. There we go. There we go. I've handled it. Don't you worry. Silence means consent. I'm not sure that's maybe right, but we'll let it slide.
I'm gonna need to eat soon.
Yeah, we'll get some food in now. We skip the messages. Thanks, Q. Appreciate it. Yeah, no worries. Double confirmation. There are some sapling spawn points there, I think, but that's about it. Right, so let's get over here. Just jump. Get over it. There we go. Okay, let's light up a fire. Some newsprint. Got these sticks. Let's use our weakest fire striker to get the fire going. Lighting fires is actually going to become a problem for me much sooner than I planned. Like, we will eventually run out of material. Like, that's a definite. We will eventually run out of materials. Like, it's just a matter of stretching them for as long as we possibly can. And that's the trick to surviving in this game. Getting the materials we've got and making them stretch. But unfortunately, it won't come to the point where, like, you know, on the last days of my save, I will be sitting in an empty house with, like, everything used. Chances are the house that I'm going to be in is going to be absolutely full of material. It's just going to be the wrong material. So let's see here. Can I drop this and put it on this fireplace? Yes, I can. Fresh venison. Going to take a little bit of time to cook. While he's doing that, what should I do? Pretty sure there was something I wanted to do before I... just to make use of the time. But no, I can't bloody remember what I wanted to do. Did I want to do something when I came in here? I literally can't remember. Other than cooking. No? No, I can't remember. Let's eat those. Let's eat this one. Lovely. And then we've got two more we can throw out there. Coal. Harvest my broken arrow. Yep, these are all things that I need. I was under the impression that I was doing something very specific. I know obviously that I'm harvesting coal, but I was like, ooh, I can do this when I get to the Hydra Dam. Something other than cooking, but I can't remember. I appear to have forgotten, which shouldn't really surprise anyone. Right, so both of those are like that. Let's drink. We've got more than enough water for this outing. Right then, let's go and grab some coal. That's what I was going to do. I was going to manufacture... I remember a thing. Because I've got to go into a cave, which means I need to build one of these. A torch. So that I can see when I move through the cave. Don't necessarily need it just yet, but I will need it at some point. So we'll head down there. Hopefully, the game remembers that I killed those 2 wolves, and they shouldn't be respawned. That's the hope, anyway. Down we go. You are a manly eardrum masseuse with your divine voice. Well, that is definitely the best thing I've ever been called. A manly eardrum masseuse. I'm going to put that on my CV. Ooh, look at that weather. Lovely. Well, I know roughly the way that I'm going. A winding river. Now I ask you, chat, am I coming through okay? Can you still hear me? Am I legible? Obviously the game's going to be quite loud, because it is a blizzard. But yeah, am I still legible as we push through here? Hopefully so. Go down this way. Still fine on the sound levels. That is perfect then. That's exactly what I want. So the weather isn't actually that cold. It's all sort of song and dance on behalf of Mother Nature here. Oh no, it's actually freezing out in the straits. It's all right. It's a narrow gorge that we're pushing through. We should be relatively well sheltered. There's that wolf there. We can actually grab some of that wolf meat on the way back and see if we can sort of cook it. Sorry, I couldn't find the words then. Only when you read chat you get a bit silent as you move away. Okay, good to know. To be honest, if you imagine the way my audio setup is at the moment, I'm actually changing it slightly. So with the setup in its current configuration, I've obviously got my main monitor in front of me, and then the microphone is sort of off to the top right on a boom arm, and then the second monitor is to the left. So I do have to look away from the microphone. And what I'm going to do is, because the Rode microphone that I have, the old one, does have a slightly better reach than this Blue Yeti one, I'm going to mount it on the other side of the desk and sort of have it reach over the first monitor, if you like, and I'll be able to sort of talk into that a bit better. Because then when I look towards chat, I'll be sort of talking into the microphone, not away from it. So that'll be a little bit better, I think. Here's another fun thing. Bear females are the most aggressive of all bears. The least aggressive are actually adolescent bears. Yeah, adolescent bears. Females with pups can be so aggressive they might attack other females and take their pups for their own. Baby fight. Okay, the wind is too strong. Okay, no, it's good to know. You can't hear me over the wind. That's all fine. Again, this is why we are testing it this stream. Let's go for 70%. It's not going to be much different, but hopefully it's going to take just enough of an edge off that you can hear me a little bit more clearly. There we are. If I'm going to be streaming The Long Dark, I've got to get used to, or we've got to get used to talking in blizzards, because that's the only thing for it, I'm afraid. Okay, so we don't want this turn, I don't think. We want the next turn, just down here. Is it still too loud, chat? I shall swing the microphone just in a little bit closer. How's that? Does that sound a little bit better now? Just pull it down a bit. There we go. Hopefully that should be a little bit more HD. I wonder if there's anything down here. I'm not entirely sure. Right. No, not much going on. Is that so? Is that too close now? Is this too ASMR? Just let me know if it is. I think that was that right turn that I was looking for there. I didn't think it was, but apparently it is. HD or HQ? Who knows? I'll leave that one for chat to decide. 1080p voice. Here we are. We are now in the cave on a quest for coal and other such materials. We shall move in as far as we can and then we'll light up this torch. Again, we are looking for fire making supplies or any other materials, so any coal that we can find at all, anywhere, is going to be of benefit. High fidelity screams incoming. Yep, you're going to get it all. There we are. I want to check some of the darker corners and passages of this. Because again, the name of the game... Ooh, I don't know who would have dropped a full flare in the dark like this. It must have maybe fallen out of someone's bag as they were exploring. No coal in that dead end, just obviously a small loot spawn. We'll take these sticks that have fallen down here. That's a lump of coal if ever I've seen one. Just one lump, but I will... I'll take what I can get. 2 lumps. 2 lumps of coal. I'll literally take whatever I can get my hands on. That's a stone, not a piece of coal. Again, it's so important getting my hands on this stuff. Right, through to the next area. Just through here. There we go, and this is where the cave really gets into the meat and gravy. None of that's coal. Coal is a slightly different colour, but it's easy to miss it in sort of the dim illumination of this light. That's a very dark tunnel. Let's go down here. Oh no, that's coal. All of those are stones. No coal there. That looks like coal. Lovely. Any more coal in here? Can't see any. No. That's some coal. That's some coal. That's some coal. But we got a rock slide. More coal. Yeah, this is good. This has already been worth it. This is like another session on the forge just in my rucksack. None of this is coal. None of that's coal. Okay. So far so good. We're getting what we're here for. Go round and to the right. And keeping our eyes on the ground. We want as much coal as we can bring back. Oh, hello. Very large room. Look at this. Whoa! Oh, oh yes! Oh, man! Oh, yes, please!
This will come in handy.
Woo! Oh, man. I can't tell you how long I've been... It's taken 144 four fucking days to find that. Oh, I'm so happy with that. That is awesome. Yes, please. Oh, I am so happy we found that. I can't tell you how long I've been looking for one of them. Forever. Yeah, it's about... Yeah, woo, a dead body. Terrible. No, I can't believe it. I'm like, literally, that is huge. A huge find, because now I don't have to, now I don't have to use, the bearskin bedroll. Now I can harvest that for its material. The torch is already starting to get quite dim. Not had it long. Oh, coal. I nearly missed some then. And some there. Hiding. That's what we're here for. Trust in the boards. We should be getting to the end of the cave. Yeah, we're starting to get sort of the surface again. I believe this takes us out at the Pleasant Valley. I don't want to do the full expedition. But yeah, I believe it's where it takes us out. Stones. Can't see any more coal. That looks like the exit to me. Right, let me just stick my head out of this cave and see what's on the far side. I'm pretty sure I know where it takes us out. Can I eat the body? No. Here it is, the Pleasant Valley. The problem with the Pleasant Valley is that I can never remember how to get back. Like, it's literally, you jump off this cliff, pretty much, and then you're pretty much thrown into the thick of it. The problem is finding this cave again, because the whole edge of the map is caves like this, and you literally cannot find the damn place. It's really quite annoying. Anyway, we've got to go back through the cave, so we'll leave this way. Honestly, it's so difficult to find this cave again. Yeah, looking like an unpleasant valley right about now. You're telling the truth there. Carter Hydrodam and environments. We'll push back this way. So we found a flare, a good handful of coal, and a bedroll, which really made this whole expedition worth it, because I can't tell you how long I've been waiting to find that bedroll. That bedroll is such an enormous find. I'll just make sure I don't walk off the edge of the cliff here. There we go. Take the right and take the right again. Yeah, torch is starting to burn out, so we're losing the light. There is at least little pockets of daylight coming through. I imagine at night time this place is as inky black as you'd expect undergrounds to be. Lovely. Just making sure I haven't missed any coal.
Yeah.
Thank you very much to Scotsman. Heyo! Welcome, my friend. We are currently on an expedition, for coal.
Too much stuff to carry.
Found a dead end. We want to go a different way. This is where I get turned around and starved to death. Pretty sure that was the right way? No, it's over here. I want to go over here. We'll make up a fresh one. While we've still got some light left. Let's make a fresh one.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you very much there to RMB Firefly. Welcome, welcome. Don't want to use that flare up. The flare's a very good material. There we go. That's a bit better. Lovely. So more coal. That I can't tell you how important it is to find coal like that. Like this whole venture just became extremely worth it as a result of finding that coal. And it was a 4-stack as well. 4-stack of coal. Big business. Very big deal. Maps aren't that useful since they don't show you where you are. Yeah, it's true. Mind you, I probably will make a map of the Pleasant Valley, as I find myself frequently unable to orient myself on the Pleasant Valley. Like, I can never seem to find the way out, or the way back, as it were. So, yeah, it's probably worth me at least investing in a map there. I do get a little bit turned around in these caves. Here we go. This is the way out. Jesus, just go up there. Extinguish. Let's walk the rest. Oh, give me that back. Gonna need that for the journey home. Lovely. Right then. If you're easily lost, might I suggest using the Hansel and Gretel breadcrumb tactic? Oh, here we go. The weather's way more hospitable now. It's even warm. It's even warm. Good grief. Right, cattails apparently stay at 100%, so we might as well grab these on the way back through. I don't think I'm going to grab them all. I'm just going to grab as much as I can. You get the stalks and the cattail heads. And the stalks are used for eating, very, very, very sort of shit sustenance, and the heads are used in fire making. You can, if you don't have a level 5 fire making skill, which I do, you can use them to make like tinder plugs and so on. Cattails look buggy as fuck. Let's have another look at a cattail. I wouldn't have said they looked buggy. You know, it's just the art, the texture they've gone for. Did I just put that out on my chest hair? That's the only way to put out a torch. I don't think I've ever been here while the weather's been so good. I might even find something else if I have another explore. Although I think I've pretty decently looted this. This isn't an area that I know too well. You know, you only really stagger through areas like this on the quick, as you're always trying to get to where you're trying to go. So I might grab some of the wolf meat for the journey back. I'll probably have a sleep in the Hydra Dam, because I don't think I'll make it there today. I can probably wait overnight in the dam. Make sure I don't sleep near any power lines. That's going to be the first order of business.
I'm gonna have to leave something behind.
I can just snack on these cattails as I go. Yeah, let's just eat a few. As you see, they barely sustain you. There's the Hydra Dam. That's our heading. Are they rose hips? They are rose hips. I just caught those out the corner of my eye then. These are always good to have. Used to make a special sort of pain relief tea. If you mush them in with the seeds and everything like that, if you use enough of them, it sort of makes this natural painkiller. Basically, you get high as a kite. And you can't feel a thing after. You can chop your leg off after that. It's great. Dead crow, or sorry, dead crows, dead Bellamy lads over there. This is the bear cave. I think I explored this already. There should be a rucksack or a dead guy outside, I'm pretty sure. Yep, there's a dead guy outside. That is the one I've explored then. Hello, mate. I can get so close to these rabbits now. I just don't need to kill them, though, because I seem to have got a lifetime supply of rabbits out the back of my house. To be honest, when all's said and done, those rabbits are probably going to be how I survive, so I need to make sure I build more snares. Metal Cooler, thank you very much. Didn't miss the Q stream this time, you certainly didn't. Do settle in, we've been going for about an hour now. Just doing some general housekeeping, potting around, that kind of thing. Been going alright, all things considered. No complaints as of yet. It's not bad. Yes, for anybody... Well, I'm not going to fire the arrow this time, but for anybody wondering... A, I haven't drawn the bowstring, so... And B, we've got to walk across that ledge to get back. To be honest, there could be some loot sort of back here. Let's have a look back here. Just back here and to the left. Like, I've never explored over this corner. Why would you? There could be something hiding down here, like a small cache of supplies or something, courtesy of Hinterland Games. One wants. Gotta get in the head of the developer. Gotta think, where wouldn't they look? There might even be some supplies down there by the bottom of the dam. I'd love to know where these massive logs have come from as well. No, looks like I'm shit out of luck with that. Just some stones, cattails. Yeah, just little nooks, crannies and crevices. Nope. You could probably survive a decent snowstorm in that little crevice there. So those are the dead wolves, those two pockets of crows that I killed before. We're heading up there, across that ledge and in through that broken window. Yep, there's an APC with a 50 cal turret there. Now you'd survive the bear attacks in that. Yeah, we'll get inside. We'll make some. Yeah, well, do you know what? We'll grab some of the wolf meat that's out here. It should be frozen solid, so it shouldn't be terribly rancid. Not terribly rancid. It will be at least a bit rancid. Yeah, that cattail did look a bit weird, didn't it? I guess that's just the texture they've gone for. Here we go, frozen solid. Let's pull the meat off the carcass. 4 kilograms of it. I'll take his hide as well. Well, that's going to take an hour. We'll leave the hide. Going to be losing the light. There we go. So it's now sunset. I want to make sure I get across that ledge before it gets dark. That's a voyage you don't want to make in bad weather. Is there anything under here? Looks like there could be, but I don't know whether I can get up there. Doesn't look like I can. No, looks like that's too steep. Probably jump across from that tree branch, but let's not beg for a broken ankle. Let's see. Good morning. How do you do? How do? Yes. Yeah, we've got some good time to make. Like I say, we'll get our head down for the night in the Hydra down. We'll cook some food on the stove that we've got. Again, the quest for matches is ever prudent. I'm going to need to really sort of draw my way around from the Hydra down and try and... I don't want to do incursions into the Pleasant Valley yet, but I feel like I don't have much of a choice. The finding of the bedroll that we've acquired is huge news, but unfortunately there's not much I can do with it yet. As I say, the problem with having my base here at Mystery Lake is that I've looted the immediate vicinity. It probably makes more sense now to just move house when the time comes, because again, at the moment I don't have the means to really gather more loot here. I can't really go all of the way to the Pleasant Valley and haul equipment all of the way back here. It's too far. Like, Milton's only one biome over, and that was a pain in the ass on its own, let alone going 2 or 3 biomes over, like we're having to for the Pleasant Valley. As much as it would be nice to stay in the Trapper's Homestead... I nearly fell off then. Oh no. I actually can't get back up. Oh my god. Right. I've got a plan. I've got a plan.
Oh, yeah.
Right, now what? I'm just living out the rest of my days on this little rock formation here. Right, pick it up. This is extremely bad. Oh man. Asleep for an hour. I'm so nervous. I am literally teetering on the edge here. Cheese it. I can't cheese it. There's no quick load, Twardy. There's no such thing as quick load. Right, let's... Okay, so that's clearly not working. Let's make sure I don't make any mistakes, because I am going to be banging trouble if I do. Let's get the torch out. Light that sucker up. I want to be able to see what I'm doing. Note to self, treat that ledge with a bit more respect from now on. Oh, no. See, it's mistakes like that. It's mistakes like that that threaten to end this run. Oh. Fucking yeah, it would do. I've already looted all of this. That door's snowed in, so we go in through the window. So your base is all the way over that tiny ledge, and that's the first time that issue has happened, yes. Hopefully the Aurora doesn't kick in moving through here. As I say, it would be extremely unsavoury if it...
Starting to weigh me down.
Those ski boots are really heavy, but they're really good in terms of material, so I'll try and bring them with me. I am spending the night here, it looks like. There's a burnt out torch of mine making this journey. Gambino says, I had a run going for 98 days and died by falling off there. Glad you didn't make my mistake. Do you know there used to be wolves in this hydro dam? They took them out. Or at least, I think they made the spawn random, so there could still be wolves in here. And it caught me a right treat the one time. I haven't seen a wolf in here since they redid the interior though. If the Aurora kicks on, we're going to be in trouble if we're down here.
Just what I need.
Ooh. That's a very good find. Not an axe, though. But still a very good find. materials that I'd missed in the past. You hope there's no wolves in here. What happens when the aurora starts? So, if you don't know what the aurora is, Bone Salad, it's a in the game portrayed as a weird electromagnetic phenomenon that basically powers machinery that would otherwise be considered broken. You can have a smashed torch with no batteries, and it will work. Like even if the filament's gone or whatever, it will still work. It will create light or whatever. It's really weird. As far as I understand it, it's just a power source. Is it even possible for animals to spawn indoors? Only in the Hydro Dam. It's the only place I've ever seen it happen. This is where we'll be spending our night. What we'll do is we'll use our torch here to light the fire. No need to trouble a set of matches or an extra strike from the flint. We'll just use this to light it straight away. Here we are. Let's light this sucker up. Torch, tinder, cattail head, reclaimed wood. Let's use a stick. Just one singular stick, and then we'll put the rest on. I'll cook up some meat, then we'll sleep, then we'll make the journey back to base in the morning with our bedroll. Are there any other enemies besides animals? Nope, just animals.
Yeah.
Hey, Holiday, hello? Hello? Is it me you're looking for? Possibly. Is it possibly that we're looking for? Take charcoal for a map. I have got shitloads of charcoal back at the house, Lemberg. An absolute buttload of charcoal.
That's done.
That said, I probably... Oh, 14 coal, look at that. That is actually so much coal. I need to add some reclaimed wood in there. A couple of pieces. Let's extinguish this, as I'm no longer using it. Oh, no. Put it away. Thank you very much there to Augustin for subscribing with Twitch Prime. Thank you. Cheers, man. How do you move with all that loot? I don't know. I asked myself the same thing on Divinity, to be honest. Right, we want to cook this stuff, so let's drop the food that's raw. Only 30%, look, because it's been sitting in a carcass for the last few days. 48 minutes. Right, and up on there we are. Lovely, let's cook that off. Messy Essie, hey dude, I'm good, but when are you coming to hang out again? Digby wants a reason to buy a new bottle of that rum. Oh man, probably be, I don't know. When could it be? Well, I'd be game to coming down again, but for me it wouldn't be till after Christmas, I don't think. After Smissmas. Plenty of hot miking there. Yeah, I'd be game to come down again though. I'd love to fucking what was it? Puss's rum. Lovely. Right, we got a full belly. We're gonna have a drink. We'll come down again. And yes, have a snoozum you lose 'em. That bedroll. I'm so happy I can rip that up for bear hide now. Like, that is such a big deal. You don't even know. Right, sleep for 12 hours. Go. At Longley, Quebec, you don't move base, you make multiple bases. That way you can just move around with minimum gear and still live fine in the new regions. Making a cache would make sense, but unfortunately, it's not really it makes sense, right? When you say it like that, it makes sense, right? But the reality is that you need so much gear to survive in its own regard. So I know, like, I don't use that much gear, but there's equipment that you will sometimes need that you won't have. Say, for example, that I don't decide to take all of my reishi mushrooms with me, and I get a dose of dysentery while I'm halfway across the map, or maybe intestinal parasites. I don't have the means to get back to the reishi mushrooms, but I am ill, so I have to, and it's all like a gamble. not that anything isn't a gamble in this game, but it's just having everything in a central reservoir, a full-blown supply cache in the middle of the map, means that you are more appropriately able to grab the equipment you need as it's all in one place. If I need a hacksaw, I've got a hacksaw. If I need anything else, I've got it here. You know, it's one of those ones. If I'm honest, I could just leave a hacksaw at this place rather than having to lug it with me out here, but you'll never know when you'll need a hacksaw, and so it's better to have it at the base with you. It's better to carry stuff around with you from a central hub rather than leaving it all over the map, because then if you need it, it's not there. But you're just definitely a good idea. I just don't think, at least on Stalker, maybe on like Voyager you'd be able to get away with that, but on Stalker there just isn't that much supply to go around. I know it looks like I've got a shitload of supplies back at my house, but it's just lots of the same thing. Loads of bottles of water, packet foods and tins and things like that. My tin supply over the months has started to dwindle as a result of food expiring, and really the only source of food that I've got that's a reliable and staple is the hello, is that a wolf out there? Have a look. No. Yeah, the only food that I've got that's reliable and staple is the meat that I've been able to harvest. Would require Q to come over and stream with his PC and have 3 people stream on an 8 megabit. I could probably. I've got like okay, I was going to say. I was going to say, oh, I've got a decent 4G package. I could use my phone as a hotspot, and then I remembered you literally live in the middle of nowhere. Just you and the cornflies. There are multiples. There are multiples of everything, and just so you know, I'm doing exactly that on Stalker. Karma, it can't possibly be true. I don't believe it. That's fair enough. There are multiples of everything. You are right, but at the same time, I don't know. It's just. It's one of those ones. It's so easy to run out of materials at a different location. Like, if you spread yourself thin, I don't know, it just means that you can't hunker down. The hunker bunker. Although it would make sense. I guess it has its pros and its cons. What the fuck is a cornfly? It's a fly shaped like a corn. A corn on the cob. Just listening for animals and stuff, see if I can find anything crunching its way through the snow towards us. Can't hear anything though, which is all good. A corn that flies, that's right. Is it also the size of a corn? You got it. We should be able to make it all the way back to the base. We'll probably take a little bit of wolf contact, a bit of wolfy contact. But other than that, we should be okay. What else do I feel like playing? I've got to install like Duskers and that again. I'm having to play with my Divinity character, trying to get his... trying to build his character a little bit more appropriately, you know, trying to get him to where he needs to be. At the moment, I'm finding that, first things first, loads of people, and if you were one of the people that sent me some of the advice that you did, thank you very, very much. It's actually really helped me out in forecasting the build. First things first, people recommended to me is to take points out of dual wielding and put the points into warfare. And at first I was hesitant, because obviously the dodge chance is really, really good to have. Like, it's saved my ass more than a few times, but it's unreliable. There's a running joke between me and Catler when we're playing for the King that evasion is a dead stat, because literally it's there when you don't need it, but the second you need it, it's gone under the rug. It's out of there. So it's a little bit too unreliable, because it is random. There's no reliability. It's totally random. Unless you can increase your dodge chance to lofty levels, like 70 or 80%. So the issue that I've decided to change for, or rather the issue that the plan to change to warfare has actually gone down really well. it's amplified my backstab damage by quite a bit. So whereas before I was backstabbing for about 120 to 100 and sort of... anyway, I was backstabbing for about 150 damage, give or take, with the dual wielding, because obviously your offhand does 50% less damage. I'm now backstabbing for about 230, 250, which is very nice, just by changing from dual wielding to warfare. So taking 10 points out of dual wielding and putting 10 points into warfare. It's really made a huge difference. One of the things that I need to consider now is armor plating. Unfortunately, the chainmail armor that I'm wearing is starting to age rather poorly, in that I'm running out of armor points far too quickly in fights. In fact, my armor's frequently getting one-shot. So I need to make sure that I'm better equipped to survive a couple of blows, especially with losing my dodge chance. Crank it to 100% dodge chance. I don't think you can without potions, and unfortunately the water essence that you need to make the potions has been really elusive thus far. You also got me stealing on Divinity because fuck it, this game is too expensive if you don't. Pretty much. Well, I think the idea is that you're meant to really sort of, I don't know, I don't want to say more appropriately budget, but I have no idea where I am, I've just realised. I don't think I should have come this way. I think I'm going to... Look how fucking tall these... How far underground are we here? Well, I'm off on a little adventure here, because I've got a little bit turned around. That's the logging trail. Is this the clear cut? The clear cut? Is this the clear cut? This is something dead over here. This doesn't seem to me like the clear cut. I'll take the game's word for it, but I thought I was further along than this. There's something dead over here. Just saw a crow fly overhead. Would love to watch you stream just tweaking your build. Yeah, I know. It's one of those ones though. It's like tweaking the build would only take 20 minutes. And it's not like totally stream centric. Have I already looted this guy? Surely I have. Yeah, I've already looted him. At least I know I'm sort of on the right track. In before got lost and freezes to death. Yep, it's bound to happen at some point. I think this is my hill that goes up and over now. I think this is where I want to be. With some degree of uncertainty. Over here. Ooh, hello. Fucking hell, Jesus. That really made me jump then. I didn't scream, but I shat my pants. But he got close quickly, didn't you? I don't really want to grapple with you. I want to save my bows for hunting rather than self-defense, and I'm not hunting at the moment. Mostly because I don't have the carrying capacity to get the stuff back to base. I don't think I'm in the right spot. Oh no, I am in the right spot. This is where the saplings are. No, okay, I'm still on track. He's over there. Ooh. I could drop him a decoy, but I want to take the meat with me. My meat, you motherfucker! Ah, here we go. I can evade him using these rabbits. Here's the cabin. I can lose him in the cabin, actually. Ah, there we go. He's broken off. He's going for one of the rabbits. Right. We're going to push all the way back to the house. I don't think I'm going to make a pit stop. There we go. He's stalking that rabbit. We're all good. The fog's starting to lift as well, so visibility is improving. In terms of supplies, I don't know. We could go and do some fishing. But again, that's always like a massive... I don't want to call it a waste, but it is a waste. Do you know what I mean? There's always a shitload of wolves over there, which means we'd have to you know, bloody machine gun our way through a load of like 3 or 4 walls to just do some fishing. I don't know. It doesn't seem totally worth it, but you know, beggars can't be choosers. If nothing else, it would be worth it to go over there just to see if the bear had respawned. I don't really need to do that either, all things considered. I might try and bag one of these venisons for the sake of my, I know I said I wasn't going to do any hunting. In fact, yeah, I can't do it. I can't haul back carcasses like that. I'll go back. It's sort of not quite night time yet. I should be able to go and drop off the loot and then tag them afterwards. Am I joining for Pavlov tonight? I mean, I could try to. The problem is that I don't have much of a space to play with my VR headset. I could try and set it up and give it a go, but I really haven't done much VR at all. Could eat the meat, then catch more meat. It's going to be a lot that I have to harvest. And the problem is I'm so heavy that if it turns into a chase, I can't catch him. And yet... Didn't even notice that. Almost. Still kind of finding me feet with the bow. A little bit too far away, perhaps. Try the other one. There's the other one. Oh. I hit him. If he's got my arrow, then I'll need to chase him. Does he have the arrow? I think he's got the arrow. Yeah, he's got the arrow. It doesn't look like I've made that big of an impression on him. It would have hit reasonably hard, but you've got to be prepared to lose arrows like this. It does happen. We're just making use of the daylight. Quite a lot of blood. But I don't think it's a kill shot. It hit quite low. Yeah, there isn't much blood. Yeah, I don't think this was a kill shot. Where have you headed off to? There's actually quite a lot of blood. No, it's starting to really trickle out. Did he just like run vertically up this cliff? I think he's gone this way. Stanley Parable Adventure Line. We'll follow the blood until the trail goes cold. Then we'll RTV. Yeah, if he was going to fall, he would have fallen by now. Unless he's like just behind this house, he's made it. Those are my footprints. The trail's not that strong anymore. The blood's starting to slow. Those were tracks. Still on the trail thus far. It's a very, very light blood drip now though. Either the arrow's fallen out, or he's pissed off some. Still got the blood trail going over this way. Just like that, the trail's gone cold, I think. The blood trail stops just here. Oh no, it doesn't. It goes this way. We're still in luck. Yeah, look at this. He's barely bleeding. I know he's a big old beast, but this is a lot of blood. Look, he's doubled back round to the lake, the cheeky bastard. He actually doubled into the lake. Oh, he's gone over here, apparently. But we're still on his trail, at least. He's gone up and over this rock. He's run pretty far. The fact that he's still bleeding is promising that we'll find a kill at the end of this. Again, the trail is getting increasingly hard to follow. Thank you very much, Mr. Spicy. Hello to you. There's a drop of blood. And over the rocks here. There's a drop of blood. That's our man, I think. He's still dripping with blood. I'm going to follow the trail though, because again, the trail to him is much more important. Up here. Tiny drop. Ooh. Where is this bastard? That must have been him. He must still have the arrow stuck in him. Yeah. That's our guy. He's still bleeding. He just vanishes. Where the hell has he gone? But at least we're going back towards the house. I want my arrow back. This is the longest I've ever followed a blood trail. Normally they peter out by now. The arrow must still be in him. And again, it's not bleeding much, but he's bleeding enough that would make you think he'd fall over. We're literally right next to the house. Weather's beautiful as well. Huh? Crows? No, I bet you those are just the normal crows. For the kill over there. I'm still on you, Mr. Deer, wherever you've chosen to go. He's still bleeding. I want my arrow back. Like, literally, I'm following this guy not for any point of food now. I'm following him for the tenacity of wanting my arrow back. He's stolen. Uh-huh. Don't make me chase you now. You fucking... Now I've got another arrow that I need to chase. Why, God? Why? Up this hill, you fat bastard. The wolf should bleed out a lot quicker, he hopes. Is this a game? This feels like a game of capture the flag, this does. Like, I've killed his teammate and now he's picked up the flag. Now I've got to chase him. But lads, like, please be reasonable. The sun's going down soon. Oh, hello. I
What is he made of? I don't... There's an arrow there. I didn't... That wasn't me. That must have been an arrow from before. I've hit him again. Sounds like he's over here. So I lost his trail then. Yeah, it sounds like he doubled back on me. Oh! Ooh! Ooh. Ooh, okay. Well, we're abandoning the bear. Or abandoning the wolf, even. Yeah, the wolf can fuck off. We've got to go the long way around. Kind of hoping I'd stumble into him. He's going for that deer that we've killed. The hunt! I do really need to kill that bear, but at the same time... Oh, I heard him go. I heard the wolf go. He's down here somewhere. Right, is the bear going to be right on top of us? Probably yes. I heard the wolf give out. It's somewhere down here. I just want my arrow back. Here we are. Here we are. Good lad. Right, I'm very close to the house. That bear is going to ravage my stock. I need to get back to the house before he ravages me. I'm not going to be able to bring it down with an arrow. Right then. Mike's scream. Mike's virginity taken. Piss on the wolf out of spite. Well, the wolf actually, that wolf there has been the most useful wolf I've ever killed because it found an old arrow that I twanged off into the distance one time. I think I know which arrow that is as well. It's an arrow that I thought got stuck in a tree. I'm so elated that bear's back. Like seriously, I'm so happy the bear's back because that is again huge with regards to our sustainability out here. I need to try and bait him over here, which is going to be part of the fun, because we can repair our bearskin clothing now, especially with the addition of getting the normal bedroll. We now have a huge amount of supplies. Right, I need to get in, go to sleep, and then go back to those carcasses in the morning and harvest what I can. So, let's get indoors. I need to go back in, just rest, and then go back out there. And I'm going to need to grab me the rifle. Okay. Jesus. It's bear. It's duck season. Right. Wabbit season. Right, right, what can I do? See, this bearskin jacket could really do with a touch-up. So, that's one thing. I need to offload supplies, though. So, these boots that I picked up, you need to go in the locker. They weigh a shit ton, but they're very good in terms of material. The coal, where are we keeping the coal these days? Under this bed. I don't think I'm going to have space for it under the bed anymore, so we're going to take it all out, and we're going to put it just, I don't know, just where? I ain't got space to put anything anymore. Just here? I don't know, I don't have space for it. I need to put it somewhere. That's taken there, that's all of my floor space is taken up. I really don't know where I'm going to put these. I thought I'd have a container or something free, but I literally don't. What about in the safe? There's books in the safe. Why do I have so many books in the safe? I forgot that I had stuff in the safe. Right. Can I put them? Can I put them in the bag? Can I put them in this bag? Yeah, let's do that. There we go. Put the coal in the bag. That'll do. I've got coal. There we go. Fucking whatever the fucking stone's name is. I can't remember. I can't remember the stone's name, but he can look after it. Let's eat a little bit. Let's drink. Let's rest. Right. What's weighing me down here? Let's sort by weight. So my rifle, my bearskin bedroll, which I can now harvest to get that cloth back, which I think I'm going to be honest, because I don't
rest soon.
I don't need the bearskin bedroll anymore. Having that bear hide is now way more valuable in its current form. Oh, hello, it's dark. Dark bed. Let's sleep for like 10 hours or 12 hours and then wake up. Bex need points in memory. He can't remember his only friend's name. Clive the Rock. Clive the Rock Johnson. Right, let's drink. Is it the Aurora? I don't think so. I think it's just about to be sun up. Get out of the cabin here. There he is. There's right next to the house. We're going to go for a kill just here, if we can. Going to be a shot in the dark, literally. Let's get indoors. He's going to start moving away. So we didn't kill him with that shot. Hopefully he's not right outside the front door. It's difficult to kill him because you see our rifle skill isn't the best. It's only, well, it's level 4. Increased range by 30%, critical hit chance by 20%. It's not bad. Like, we're hitting him, but we're not doing much else. Crouch before leaving the hut. I'll do that. It's a good plan. In before mauling. I think I've got the health for a mauling. Hopefully he's far enough away. And it's all just a little bit dangerous, if I'm honest. Let's just eat this venison and drop the other venison I've got just here on the floor, so I don't have a scent when I get racing. Gotcha, you bastard. Haha. Right. Oh. Well, he's dealt with at least. Wowee. Sorry, you big bastard, but it had to be done. Right. I don't want to really damage my knife. How long is it going to take to do this by hand? Can I quarter him by hand? No, I have to use one of my tools. Right, we'll go for a knife. 2 hours to quarter. I'm going to be very cold, but I can warm up indoors. That's fine. Let's get his hide, and let's bring his guts inside first. He's died so close to the house. That's fantastic. Took 2 hours to carve him up. Oh, that's really good. Oh, so good. So now we have 1, 2, 3, and it's going to be 4 bear hides on the go. Yes, yes, and double yes. Like, that is so big, you don't even know. Like, that's, well, I'm sure, I just appreciate just how massive having 4 bear hides is for our longevity in this particular camp spot. Massive is the word. Great. Right, in fact, we can even repair after this. We can go on a bit of a repair spree. We can pop that hat away in here as we don't. Is it worth wearing 2 hats? Let's have a look. If I open up the clothing menu, our scarf here. I reckon doubling up on hats will be better than wearing a scarf. So let's pair this bastard with the cloth I've got. Go back outside and grab the food in a moment. That's worn out. Oh, I was repairing it with fishing tackle, apparently. All good. Yeah, that is slightly warmer. So if we pop this on, you can see this compared to the scarf. It weighs a bit more, but it's a lot more resistant in everything. So we're going to double up on hats, and we're going to put the scarf in the lot. Double up on hats indeed. Right then. We've still got a fair few materials in here that we can still rip up for supply. These decent ski boots are, like, decent. But I don't have a means to really fix them compared to the other stuff that I've got here. What I really need are some thermal underleggings. Like that's what I've been desperately after for such a long time. Thermal underleggings. Right, I've got this broken arrow here. This one I might as well snap because it's got no uses in it. It's just going to hit something and bounce off. This is a ruined tackle, so I don't need it. Not really. I've got a spare toolbox, and I've got my bedroll, which I obviously now... Well, first of all, I'd probably need to fix it, but I'll do that some other time. I can't tell you how enormous having that is. Like, oh my god, I'm so happy. It's not the warmest, but it means I don't have to exhaust bear skins to repair it, which is just like the holy grail. Considering I spend most of my time indoors anyway, that's enormous. I mean, I have so much spare cloth. I've got 45 there. I've got probably about 20 cloth in reserve for repatching stuff up. It's great. So, all said and done, I'm a little bit warmer now. I've still got hypothermia, which isn't too bad. I'm just going to eat these cattails. Hopefully hypothermia will go away and we'll be alright. There's no blizzard or anything that I can hear. We'll go about bringing the stuff in, harvesting it up, and then going from... How badly did it damage my knife? Barely at all. Quartering really doesn't damage them. Lovely. Don't break the nearly broken arrow, them bouncing off is the best thing, since animals can't run away with them. He's full of good ideas, Karma. We'll take Karma's advice. We shall leave the one arrow slightly broken. Hypothermia risk is healed. Let's grab a drink and head back out. I think I'm being haunted by the ghost of the bear. Right, let's grab two of these. Three of them? Three of them, and we'll bring them back with us. Crow feathers are always a bonus. It's nice having it so close to the house. Right.
I can barely walk with this much gear.
We're all good. Let's head indoors. Got a friend request from Seagull741. Hello, Seagull. You hiding in chat there? Probably. Right. Well, hello. Hello to you. Let's harvest this. Can I use my hands for the harvesting? I can. Can I use my hands for the harvesting? I should probably do the harvesting outside, if I'm honest, because it means the meat is less likely to go rancid. And what can you do? Our preparation skills mean that we're able to literally... what I've done is I've grown one long sickle-like fingernail on my index finger, and I slice my way through the sinew with it. Gross. Right, okay, let's harvest that. Oh, dear. What's your least favourite situation right now that doesn't involve bears or starving? Running out of matches. I'm running out of ways to make fire. Oh, yeah. Fucking yeah, I'm running out of ways to make fire. I've only got a handful of matches left. Drop these here, because they'll keep better outside. I'm just going to unload the rifle and drop it off indoors as well. Right then. Let's see. Go here. We need to unload this bad boy. Where are you? Tools. Actions. Unload rifle. And then we need to drop it and put it on the rifle stand. And it will fall below the bottom, but that's fine. Cool. We've got a spare hunting knife as well. We're going to keep the good condition one. We're going to drop the good condition one on the floor, never to be seen again. Got to be straight. It's got to be straight, damn it. Got to match the other knife. Otherwise I will not sleep. Lovely. It's a little bit off kilter, but we won't mention it. And I'll be alright. Okay, so we got tools. Can I turn these into anything? Harvest it for scrap? Sure. Can I repair them once they're damaged? Well, we'll drop it. We'll keep it as a spare. We'll pop it just under the table here. Like just back there. Should we ever need to use it. We'll just leave it under the table. Water's doing okay. We need to grab some more. I need to go and harvest some stuff, grab some stuff to eat, and then we'll keep ripping stuff up. Are you sure you're a knife? I like that arrow with 1% durability. Yeah, it's great. I've been looking for matches as well on my long dart run. I found 9 rifles so far. Currently combing Pleasant Valley, 1 matchbox. What I might have to end up doing is using the magnifying glass outdoors to make fire. So I might end up doing that.
Too heavy.
These feathers. They're always welcome. Lovely, let's go up here. Let's make a fireplace outside and start using the bloody magnifying glass to try and...
This gear's starting to slow me down.
And a matchbox. Very, very true. Right. Are you yeah, no, I'm not alright with the knife being like that. Triggering the hell out of me. But no, it's fine. We just won't think about it. Let's harvest this. Just doing it from the safety of indoors where it's a bit warmer. Lovely. This one, harvest. This is the fastest I've ever harvested a bear, because normally it's a long fucking way away. Especially bringing the bear meat back last time from the Mystery Lake was terrible. It was actually terrible. In fact, I think I left the meat at the Mystery Lake, didn't I? I didn't take the meat from the bear at the Mystery Lake. It's probably still there. Probably all rancid. Go out then. Let's make a fireplace. The problem is I want to make it somewhere that's reasonably protected from the wind. The smart place would be that shack. Let's go down to the shack. All of this is raw. Let's grab some mouldy stuff. Joe only eats mouldy food for a living now. There's a mouldy one. I think we can handle another. Let's go for some mouldy wolf meat here. Do I have any mouldy wolf meat? Oh yes, my favourite. It's like seasoning. It's like seasoning. It's lovely. There we go. It's a nice day. There's not much wind. Let's go and cook outside. I've got my little, like, fucking home away from home in this shack here. Aged like a vintage cheese, yeah. The thing I'm trying to hunt for in my game is whetstones. Those are my #1 desires. Right next to more matches. I wish the game would let you start with 2 sticks. Start fires with 2 sticks. That would be quite cool. Yeah, when fires started with 2 sticks would be really cool. I ain't going to be able to cook much with this, but... And I didn't even go and grab the magnifying glass, which was the whole point in me coming out here in the first place. Let me quickly run back to the house. So far, though, there's no wolves coming over from the area over there. And there's no wolves coming from this way, so at the moment there is no wildlife nearby, which is excellent. Use a magnifying glass to light a torch, then light an indoor fire with that. A great idea. That is a phenomenal plan. Do I still have a torch? You literally are whoever's thought of that is a genius. Right, let's go magnifying glass. It's not the best magnifying glass. Do I have any others? No, this is my only one. Let's head outside and try and light a fire with it. Let's see. Oh, you can't. I did pick it up, didn't I? No, I can't light it. Why not? What a shame. Well, back to plan A, which was going to light the fire. I'm hoping that it being indoors isn't problematic. Light a small campfire, ignite it with the torch, then go inside. It's getting very convoluted, this. Lots of moving parts. Right then. So let's see if I can light these fires in here with the magnifying glass. 40% chance. Oh my god, 0% chance to light. Why is there a 0% chance to light? Is it because we're inside? There's a 0% chance to light. I'm guessing that's because we're indoors. You think it's because the sun's down? Yeah, I suppose I'd have a hard time focusing a beam in sunset. Oh god. It should be one of those ones. Shouldn't I like keep a fire constantly burning? It's because there's no sun under the wood. Oh no. Right. Well, all's good, all's good. Learning by doing. Smart Q. Yep. I'll take these on the head. I think we'll just light a fire the old-fashioned way, but we'll do it like tomorrow, I think. Hello, matey. Get away from that cannibal rabbit. Let's drop these off. Lovely. Go and check the snares up here. Let's go over and actually get the other carcasses. Do you remember the other carcasses that are out over here? Unless the bears ravaged them. Hopefully not. Where the wolf and the deer died, over by that dead body. Well, you see, Q, it's rather hard to magnify a fire in a shelter at sunset. Don't know if you knew. I'm detecting subtle notes of sarcasm. I am absolutely loving this mic. The more I use it, the more I'm thinking, yes, it's pretty nice. We'll push our way up the hill here. Was gone for a few minutes. Did the bear die? Marmite. We shot that fucker. Put it right through his eyeball. All was well. All was very well. Down the hill we go. I see the deer. Ramble, 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 ramble. Right then. Oh god, it's become a rock deer. Can I still get the stuff out of it? Good. I thought for a second there I wasn't going to be able to. That's going to take me a long ass time, but we're going to do it.
Just need to close my eyes.
Yeah, it's now sort of too cold to harvest. We're going to be very tired if we harvest this. It's going to take well over an hour. I don't think we'll die or anything. I think it's we're just going to be tired, a little bit cold. But we get our supplies as a result. Oh, very clear night. Has anybody ever ignited a fire using moonlight?
If I can drop any of this gear.
I think it is the Aurora. No, it isn't. Can't run. I'm just going to keep backpedaling. can get back to the house. I've got plenty of condition to tussle with this guy.
To think straight.
Back away, son. This is the jacket of a man that's killed many creatures. Right, down over the hill. Let's use the downhill. Bobsleigh! Go! Should be able to just sit on your ass and slide down the hill. Looks like the weather's getting quite bad out. We'll hunker down. Okay. Hypothermia affliction, let's get indoors and warm up. Lovely. In we go. Oh, it was a bit chilly out there, weren't it? Right. Okay. Let's quickly drink, and we'll get into bed, and everything will be great. Just touchy-feeling my way around. I've got to get myself a water bottle. I've got to drink. I can literally do most of this blindfolded now. Perfect. Do I have anything that's not outside that's edible? Nope. Let's go outside then. Grab some food. Bet you the wolf is sledding down the hill. Probably is. I don't have anything that isn't raw. Let's leave all the raw stuff out here for tonight. Let's grab some... Do I have any mouldy venison anywhere? It's all gamey now. Mouldy wolf meat. Mouldy. I think that was gamey. Drop that. No. Mouldy. I want the mouldy stuff because it's the stuff that's going bad the quickest.
Never felt so cold in my life.
You're alright. They're dramatic. The plop noises as you drop the meat? Yes, indeed. Right, what time is it? It's 1:10 past 1. I have some stuff I need to do today, so I'm going to, I don't know, should I call it there? I think we'll go for another... What do you think, chat? Should we call it there? Should we tie it off, or should we go for a little bit longer? Oh, stretchy arms. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, stretch. Right. Okay. More. Your new mic sounds great. Don't catch much chat here, but just had to be said. Well, no worries, Makar. I appreciate the notion. Longer. 24-hour stream. Longer, of course. Right then, we'll hang about. We'll keep doing stuff. We'll just drink up before we go to bed, so that we start on full health. We'll go for the full 12 hours. In fact, no, actually, we'll go for like 7 hours sleep, because we're going to be we're going to try and make use of the whole day if we can. Are we doing a 24-hour marathon stream today? Yes. But the sun's not long come up. Why do I have a scent? Hides. Got hides. Well, sounds like the weather's absolutely beaten down my front door, so I think I'm going to be hunkered in for the day, which gives me the opportunity to repair some of my more extensive warm weather clothing. So, let's take a look what we will need to repair a jacket. So we need 2 guts and a black bear hide. Now I have a cured black bear hide, so we'll grab one of those. We'll grab 2 guts. We shall attempt the repair. Now, do I have a sewing kit handy? I do not. I have plenty of spares though, so let's grab a sewing kit. And let's go in for the repair. 1 hour and 42 minutes. Do I need to drink or anything beforehand? Probably. Let's drink. Probably won't need to eat beforehand, but this is a repair that we need to do. Chance of repair, 33%. Repair. Don't break, don't break, don't break, don't break, don't break. Lovely. So that is now a 100% repaired bearskin jacket. Now our deer trousers could use some deer trousers. They could use some loving as well. So let's grab ourselves a cured deer hide. The weather sounds a little bit better actually, but we will still do some repairs. think, yeah, we'll grab it. I think it's going to be 2 cured guts for the repair of these, I forget. Repair is just 1 cured gut, so we're fine, we've got plenty of those. Let's go in for a repair. 33% repair. So 33% seems to be the repair amount that you get, which is good, which means I literally got exactly the right bang for buck for my jacket, which is nice. I didn't over-repair. So if it gets down to 67%, then it needs fixing. So that's on 69, 82, 93, 99, 74. On the most part, then, we're doing okay. So we shall head out and have a wander. Lovely weather. Look at this. Isn't that nice? Still got some fresh guts on me. Let me drop those in. Lovely. Let's go down there. This one. And we've got a rabbit hide on us still. We'll check the rabbit hide traps. In fact, we may even go and lay some snares out by the other place. Let's go and grab some more snares. Not that I really need to worry about rabbit hide. We'll drop off our rose hips as well, as we have a few. Got some reclaim. In fact, we'll drop the feathers off as well, as I'm not manufacturing arrows at the moment. We've got some spare cloth, which I'm just going to keep on me, just for, you know, field repair's sake. I'll drop this down here. No? Oh, I've dropped my cloth down there like an idiot. Okay, well, I've got a lot of reclaimed wood, by the way. There we go. Alright. Drop all. There we are. Take the cloth with me. Keep the sticks, got the snares, got the broken arrow, got this broken fishing line, which we should... Can we put it on the shelf of purgatory? I don't think there's room on the shelf of purgatory anymore. Drop the fishing line. Shelf of purgatory, do you have room? Have room, shelf of purgatory? No, not really. You can just put him... No. Weirdly floating. I don't have anything. Let's put him... Let's put him behind the cupboard of purgatory. Over there. That's going to be where we're throwing that now. Right. We'll repair this at some point as well, but I won't do that till I need it. They did surgery on a rose hip. Right. Food. Wolf meat. I think I've grabbed some water before I left, didn't I? No, we'll drink what we've got then. Let's grab a little bit more and then we'll go and just have a wander around, see if there's any wildlife that I can ping with a bow. Running through Pleasant Valley, second day so far, 2 rifles and 8 rounds found. Could really use some matches game. 2 rifles, Jesus. What am I doing? Water. Not like I'm short of this. Take a couple of bottles of that. I added some spare whetstones then, but it is just those 2. I really should do a long-range expedition to the Pleasant Valley. But do I have time to do that today? I should really do it today, as it's where I've killed the most wildlife. Okay. Right. Oh dear, this is going to be dangerous. It's going to be so dangerous, but it's going to be worth doing. So I need to make some choices. First things first, I'm not taking the rifle as it's going to be too heavy. I've got my pistol. We're going to take some provisions with us, plenty of water so that we can survive while we're out there. We're going to range out to the cabin, to whatever it's called, the place. I've got these snares. I don't need these snares. Then I was going to go set them up, but bollocks to it. What was that under here? What I saw, so it looks like a spare snare. I've got those. I've got the arrows. Let's see. Pretty much everything I need. I need charcoal. Let's grab charcoal from the fireplace. I've got 24 pieces of charcoal. I do not need 24 pieces of charcoal, but I have 24 pieces of charcoal. Mike seems tip-top. Thank you very much. It's yep. It's taken time to get. We'll just drop 23, and then 24, and then we'll pick up 1, and then we'll use that to mark out. How does it work? So you go to your thing, you click use, and you survey the local area. That's the Trapper's Homestead. Old Man's Beard Lichen. See, oh my god. Where? Where is the Old Man's Beard? How do I access the map? It says green birch sapling. This is Old Man's Beard over here. There bloody ain't. Because I know where the green birch saplings were, but there ain't no Old Man's Beard here. Some rabbits. Surveying the area seems to be a bit weird. There must have been at some point. But there isn't any now. Because yeah, the old birch saplings used to be just there, which means it's trying to tell me that the Old Man's Beard is like right here. But it isn't. Unless it's like down in here in the low ground? No, definitely not. The map just logs spawn locations, not whether they're still there. I see, I see. Well, the rabbit snares have done well, as ever. We shall head off then. Oh, no we won't. I need to get my bearskin rug, or my bedroll. I keep making these really late realizations. And I didn't bring any food again. Right, this will keep until I get back. It will last reasonably long. Grab it. Again, I'm going to be out there for some time, so I need to make sure I pack reasonably well. Oh, Rancid. I saw Rancid there. Delete that now. Hiding at the bottom with some rancid venison. Oh, more rancid venison. I saw it. I need to try and get it. Really spread this out a little bit more easily so I can find it. There's some more rancid stuff in. I'm trying to find the rancid stuff. I should really just pick a load of it up instead of just fucking around like this. There's so much here.
Someone's gotta go.
We should spread it out a little bit. Where's the rancid stuff? That's going to be all the rancid stuff. I'll take the rancid stuff with me.
Feels like a lot of gear.
It is a lot of gear. I'll take that, this. And we'll take all of that. Oh, those two. That's a lot to take with us, but fuck it, we'll do it. We'll last out of there. You and his meat. Yeah, that's right. That's a lot of food. It is a lot of food. And this fella.
Drop something.
Like I say, we'll be eating and stuff while we're out there, so it's not too bad. Does it use up your charcoal drawing? It does use up your charcoal. I need to take some more charcoal with me. Take 6, 7, 8 pieces of charcoal to map out where I need to go, so that I know how to get to the exit points. Right then, we are going for an expedition. Does rancid food poison you? There is a chance that it will. It's not guaranteed, but there is a chance. Now remember, there was still a wolf milling around here. My slightly better repaired bearskin jacket, though, is going to go a long way to A, protecting us, and B, keeping us warm. You'll see that even though we're walking out and about here, it feels like 11 degrees C. So I've got loads of leeway now in terms of temperature. Morning at Longleaf, Quebec. How do you like the Mark IV so far? I have the same one. Excellent quality in my opinion. Typical Sennheiser.
I quite like it, although I don't know whether you're using the digital one, Maestro. I am. I don't have any kind of XLR board, I've just plugged it right into the PC. One of the creature comforts that I'd grown used to was obviously being able to hear my own voice back through the 3.5mm audio jack placed on the Blue Yeti. Without it, I don't know, I'm kind of getting used to it. I'm not 100% there yet, but we'll see how we get on, obviously. I think it would be made even more weird if I didn't have open back headphones. Obviously there's open back and closed back headphones. I imagine most of you know the difference between them. Yeah, I think if I had like full like noise cancelling headphones, I just wouldn't be able to hear myself speak. I'd just hear my own voice echoing between the hole between my ears. So where my head should go. So yeah, but apart from that, I find the microphone to be very good, and hopefully you guys do too. I've set it. Oh, hello, bastard! I've set it up so it's. I went all Ramsay Bolton there. I've set it up so that it just doesn't quite tiptoe into the red. I think I've got the positioning right. I think because the nice thing about this microphone is that you're not meant to talk directly into it. You're only meant to have it off to one side. Now, I do have a pop filter on it, which doesn't do an amazing job, but it's just really to stop any direct, air from hissing its way in. But I'm not talking directly into the microphone at the moment, and even like that, like if I wanted to get audio this clear on my Blue Yeti microphone, I'd have to talk straight into it. Like really close, but on the Sennheiser it doesn't really handle that too well. It's designed to have like a nice sort of like I don't know how you call it, a nice depth to it, in that you don't have to be right next to the thing, and it's got a decent pickup area around it, so it's pretty good. Let's see, closed back for awesome bass, open back for more neutral sound, but a wider range. Yeah, I'd say that's a fair and accurate portrayal of it. 6 litres of water. I've got a wolf coming over. Can you see him? He's going to get on my ass. Nothing I can do. Oh, no, he isn't. He's on a rabbit. Lovely. Okay, he's distracted then. I'll take that as my opportunity to slip by. We'll probably end up sleeping somewhere before we go fully over. Again, the ultimate goal is to double back. Looks like the wolves are out to play tonight. Yep, I'm going to have some wolf company. Hello, fellow. God, he didn't bark or anything yet. He's just up my arse. I ain't dropping any food for you. This is all Joe's food. I'll probably get some kip in the cabin, or maybe I'll make it to the Hydra Dam before I get my head down. I do have my sewing kit with me, so I can at least do some field repairs on my sleeping bag. And if I get some sticks, I do have some lantern oil, and I can throw together a torch should I need to. Lake exploration with accidental dips again? No, I don't want to go that way. I'm trying to avoid going to the to Forlorn Muskeg if I possibly can. Do you know, as weird as it sounds, oh no, I didn't think that wolf had aggroed on me. But he is aggroed. I guess the wind is sort of drowning him out. We'll try and go all the way for the cabin. In fact, no. Let's double inside. We'll get indoors. We'll spend the night in here. We'll try and make a nighttime transit. Or at least we'll spend a couple of hours here. We'll sleep for 4 hours. Just try and get some fatigue back. Want to try and magnify some sun through those clouds? Nope. Yeah, that fucking shit-eating grin. Oh, weather sounds a little bit worse. With this new mic, sorry, will this new mic be able to pick up noises when you beat up your brother for using the internet? Quite possibly. We've got minus 18 degrees with a minus 15 degree wind chill, but with our repaired equipment, we're actually staying warm. We've got a journey ahead of us. I just heard a cedar, I heard a tree limb fall down somewhere. These blizzards blow fresh tree limbs off the trees. Maestro himself says, not talking directly into it is fine for this. Tends to cut down on the bass in the voice, which is good for listening to. Sounds very good to me. Excellent. Well, I've not totally cocked it up then.
Penguins go raw. Welcome back. Is the loot in this game different in each death? Do you mean, is it procedurally generated? And the answer to that is yes. The map isn't. The map is always, well, there's different biomes, but the map isn't randomly generated, but the gear is. The gear is different each time. I'm marching into the blizzard, which is turning out to be quite exhausting. The nice thing about marching into the blizzard, though, is it means I'm downwind from any creatures that may seek to get a sniff of Joe's pockets. It's a long old walk. We may have to rest again at the Hydra Dam, but beggars can't be choosers. Oh, there we go. He's downwind from me, so he caught my scent. Let's try and power through the blizzard. There's not an indoor area for quite some time, so... Tim dealt with. It's all arrow XP at the end of the day. Right. Well, that's our destination, that big rock. I think it was a 180. I think that was a 360 no scope. Can't see shit. I know it's too windy. It's too much snow, but we've got to force our way through. Where is the air horn? I don't have the air horn handy. I wish I did, but I don't. I actually hit something. I know. Boys, your boys growing up. Going pro. Well, there we go. A little bit of shelter down here. Just a little bit. Let's hug this rock wall here. Hello, what's this? Oh, hello. Fuck all in it, though. Right, let's keep marching our way up the middle of the road. I'm playing the long dart while watching Quebec. When I heard that bark, my heart jumped into my ass, and I started spinning my character around looking for a wolf. Yeah, never do that. Oh, what game do I do that on that, like, scares the shit out of me sometimes? Oh. Yeah, that's it. Sorry, it's I know, terrible, but it's League. Like, sometimes if I'm playing a new champion, you know, like League of Legends, and I'm watching a video about how to play them. It's like a live commentary whilst I'm playing. You know, the guy's talking in my ear, but there's also game noise, and I can hear like people pinging or something, and I'm like, where is it? Where? It's like, no. DayZ as well. Yeah, DayZ's another one that you absolutely do not want to have any audio from. Oh, we've got Novi. Hello, Novi. How are you, Novi? How do you diddly do? I'm scared to ask, but how is your heart lower than... Sorry? How is your heart lower than the ass? It's a good question. One for the philosophers, I think. I'm doing pretty good. We're trying out the Sennheiser Mark IV digital cardioid microphone today, in an attempt to see how good it is and or how terrible. Okay, we've arrived at the logging camp. I'm going to make the decision to push through the logging camp to the Hydra Dam. We're gonna pass go, as it were. We're going to skip this and we're going to go to the Hydra Dam. Unfortunately, it's exhausting, such as it is with walking straight into a blizzard. And what do we think so far? Well, unfortunately, the only person that can form an opinion on what they think is the chat themselves. And the chat so far seems to be reasonably impressed with it. As I say, it's not like an enormous leap up compared to the other microphone that we were using before, because the other microphone was already good. It's only because I damaged its USB connector that we decided to go for a change in the first place. So yeah, it's one of those ones. I'm still waiting for the shock mount to arrive though. Once I get the shock mount in, I can fully, like, properly set it up. Because as I say, at the moment, without the shock mount, I'm having to... I basically had to jerry-rig a Blue Yeti shock mount to work with it. And it's like jerry-rigged. I had to disassemble the Sennheiser connector and then put a Blue Yeti adapter in it. Like take it off of the Blue Yeti shock mount and just attach it to the Sennheiser really haphazardly. It does kind of work, but like just barely. There's like one like loop of screw threading holding the whole thing together because they're not really compatible parts. Oh. There's the wolf. I got turned around then. Where am I? The wolf turned me around. I think I'm heading this way. That's the wolf. Where am I going? I hit him. Got a blood loss affliction, that's fine. Antiseptic on the wolf bite. And then let's patch up the hole it made. Bit my hand. Where's my arrow? There's my arrow. Another broken arrow. Getting through him at quite a rate. We'll keep going. We can heal up when we get to the dam. I'm pretty sure this is the right way. This is looking right. You're not still ill, are you? No afflictions, you're fine. Yeah, we're on track. And that's not because we found the railway line. How can QC in this shit? It's something you've got to have an eye for. I've played, like, I don't know, I've played hundreds of hours of this game. I can kind of see through the blizzard like it's not there. Another cedar limb broke over there, I heard that. Or another tree limb. Made it. Jesus, rock slide. Right. I can see the snow floor at times. Can you not see, like, the telephone line there? There's power lines. We're walking on the railway track at the moment. There's a few sort of brighter areas like that, which is a rock. We're coming up to the railway bridge. We've got, like, the entry gate just there. We've had a wolf get scared off. Let's try and make good time across the railway bridge. You have roughly 18 pry bars sitting in your cabin. You can faintly see it. That's all you need. That's all you need to get by, faintly. You need to have your face pressed into your screen. There we go. Here's the metal gate that takes us into the Hydra Dam. There we go. Again, hopefully no aurora. Again, you don't want to move through the Hydra Dam at night, but circumstances have limited us. I don't have much left in this torch either. We'll sleep in the Hydra Dam ready for a day's expedition. We'll get about 8 hours of sleep. We'll gather what we can from Pleasant Valley and then we'll double back. Alright. Oof. Indoors at last. You can hear how bad the weather is. Right, let's have a quick bite of something to eat. We'll have some of the more rancid rabbit meat. Lovely. And then we'll go for a sleep, or a drink even. Then we'll wake up in a few hours' time and safely navigate the Hydra Dam without any risk of the what's-it kicking in. Let's sleep for... Let's go for 8 hours. I think you see the Hydra dam. Right then. Very early morning. Let's go for another 2 hours to sleep. Sounds like the blizzard's still really bad. Sucker up. Won't give us much light, but we don't need to be here for too long. And just pass through.
That guy who drank his own pee doesn't seem so crazy, right?
Oh, don't be dramatic. Look like there's a way through on this side. Let's go around. What if there's a bear in here? I don't think there will be. Reasonably confident that there won't be a bear in here. Reasonably. Don't want to rule it out completely, but I'm fairly sure there's a level of safety. Right. Off you go, son. We're going this way. This area sounds like Monstrum. I suppose it does a bit. There we go, it's a bit brighter out and about here. Let's get some major sustenance down us. Some of this venison. Get a good drink of water in. God knows we're carrying enough with us. I'll need to manufacture a new torch for when we get ready to go through the mine. Shouldn't take us too long to get through here. I've got 3 arrows. The crows are still hanging around, which means there's still wolf kills out here. You saw some rancid? Yep, we do have some rancid meat. I think it's this stuff. Rancid. I know I do have some rancid meat. Somewhere, there we go, rancid venison. It's all good though. Oh, hello, some of the other crows have moved. Maybe the wolves have respawned. There's deer over there. I'm not gonna lie, I thought I fell down that hole then. I was a little bit worried. Yes, the wolves have in fact decayed here, which means they're either back or something's eaten them. Could be a bear in play. And if there's a bear in play, we're going to have to cancel the expedition. Current temperature is -32, but with the clothing we're wearing it only feels like -6. So we're still reasonably warm. We'll be able to warm up in the cave once we get there. I'm not sure what goes up that way. Could explore it. I'm pretty sure it dead ends actually, if memory serves. This is Stalker difficulty limit. Don't forget to do a survey. Yes, I need to do a survey, not here, but at the entrance. Sorry, I need to do a survey in the Pleasant Valley at the exit to the cave, not the entrance. Or once I get to the cave, I know the way back. It's just I can never seem to find the cave. That seems to be the limiting factor for me. So, with a long-range expedition like this, I've got a few areas that I'm keen to hit up in Pleasant Valley. One of them being the farmhouse, the barn, the village, and the radio tower. The radio tower is going to be the closest one when we leave the cave, I believe. If memory serves, the radio tower is quite close. Or maybe it's either going to be the radio tower or the village. And then the barns and stuff will serve as a go-between. I don't want to spend too long in the Pleasant Valley, but we have the materials to survive there at least for a few days, at least. It's so interesting. Just look at just where we are. Do you know what I mean? Jesus. As I'm walking through the Pleasant Valley right now, the radio tower is closest. See, I thought it was. Right, we'll get inside. We'll make a new torch. It's only going to take 15 minutes to craft. Torch. Begin crafting. Warming up nicely. Not the flare, but the torch. Light it up with a fire striker. Lovely. Are there any different ways of making fire other than matches, fire strikers, and magnifying glasses, or are they the only ones? It'd be nice if there was a renewable way. I'm not going to look for coal or anything like that, although it would be nice to get some, but coal is not the purpose of this trip. I don't want to waste inventory space on it. We need tools, really. Hatchets, knives, whetstones would be a really nice thing to go and grab. This way. No, that dead ends. Straight on then. Now here's the big room. Gotta get up the ramp, which is over here. Yeah, here it is. Okay. It's not a massive... Well, it is a massive cave. Like you can see how big it is. There's the floor, there's the ceiling. But it's not like a long cave. It doesn't take too long to get through here. As long as you know which way you're going. Otherwise you can get lost pretty easily. Pretty much a straight shot after this. Just got to make a right-hand turn, then a left-hand turn, I believe, and then we're there. Wrong already. I think it must be left-right. Here we are. Pleasant Valley. And here we are. Nothing but the desolate expanse that surrounds here. Right. We need to mark this place. Bang the local area. Leave Pleasant Valley. Get down safely. I'm just going to pick a direction until we find a landmark. I'm going to go this way. We're going to draw our bow, remember, because we've not been here before. There are bears, wolves, and everything still here. I have not thinned the local populace at all. Got ourselves a watchtower. Rifle ammunition would be nice. Sounds like there's a dead body up here. I can hear crows. Freshy mushrooms, always a good supply to grab. What have we got here then? Nothing. Hunter's Blind it's called. Well, the blind hunter didn't leave anything for us. No supplies, no materials. The mushrooms are a good start there. We'll grab these. These are always welcome in the House of Joe. I wish they'd add to the game, right? If it took away your ability to sprint, I wouldn't mind, but the... Pretty sure I heard a wolf. Scared him away at least. Small cave there. Let's check the dead guy. What did you have on you? Nothing? I'm imagining most food by now to be rancid. Don't really need old man's beard. I've got too much of that already. Crackers. Hilltop cave. Nothing in the rucksack. Anything further back here? No. Just a cave. There's that wolf though. He's probably after me. That or he's going after that kill. Oh, he's scared off again. Grab some more mushrooms. I won't grab all of the mushrooms here, because I'm not really in it for the mushrooms. See, loads of wildlife around here. It's him! Wasn't going to head there, it was too high. Took my piece of clothing. He's made me bleed. I'll grab that. Use some antiseptic on the wolf bite. And then patch up the blood. I can craft some bandages while I'm out here. I might grab some of this old man's beard for the simple sake of making some antibacterial or some natural coagulant dressing while I'm out here. So there's a wolf. Go this way. Lots of wolves. Know where the ones from the Pleasant Valley went. At least that's, sorry, the ones from Mystery Lake. Come here. So this looks like a logging trail here. This doesn't look like the main road. You can see like a divot in the earth where the snow's been, looks like, shoveled at one time. I'll eat when I find a building somewhere safe. I'm pretty sure this logging trail rejoins with the main road. Stick to it. Pretty sure this place looks more familiar. Going downhill is a safer bet than going uphill in this biome. Because the valley is the bottom, and the bottom is where the farmstead is. So if you can go downhill, you'll know where you are. Power lines and or anything that resembles a main road. Like we got the river here. Aha! The bridge. Or a bridge, I should say, not the bridge. Means the radio tower must be pretty close, if that's the bridge that I'm thinking of. The radio tower should be somewhere up here, if memory serves. But I don't want to go off memory alone, because it's been a long time since I last played here. Can I see the radio mast? No, look, this is a waterfall. It's nice being out in a new area. Let's put it like that. Very nice being out in a new area. No sign of civilization though. How long would it take for you to walk across the whole map? What? All of the maps? Ages. Like ages. Visibility's brightening up at about 11 o'clock here. Making away from the road. Ah, yes. Okay, I know where we are. We're next to the birch forest, which is where a bear lives. If memory serves. Which is less than ideal. Tell me, lad, did you have anything on you? Nothing. Nothing got anybody. Fucking Jesus. It's a good thing we're not like desperate. Anything in these boats? Bit of cloth there, is that? No, just nothing there. Pensive pond. Like the note that. Yeah, we'll aim for the birch forest then. So you can do some fishing here at least. In a dog food. Never hurts. Again, we're looking for whetstones and stuff, so this is the right kind of place you want to look. not much here. Plenty of rescue mushrooms. Rosehip bush. Let's grab some for the simple fact we may need to create some tea while we're here. It never hurts to have some with you. Again, aiming for the birch forest. The pensive pond is a big deal. So we shall mark this as a major location. Broken a lot of my arrows. Two left. Main local area. As soon as you get to pensive pond, it's... Didn't scream. Didn't scream. Joe's a brave boy. Birch forest. This used to be all single. They must have changed it. Oh, there's a couple of walls there. Oh, this is turning rather sour rather quickly. Like a decoy. Rancid venison. Doesn't he? Oh no, he does get. Okay, good. Paid him off. I remember stumbling around here in a blizzard a long ass time ago. You can see why it's so easy, why it's so difficult to find the exit to it sounds broken. I'm gonna stick to this direction because I can see the far side of the valley. I'll just get down here. Should be in the right sort of... And pensive pond is going to be the way home. This road looks like it would be a good way to go. Ah, phone lines. See that? Civilization. I just need to see where in the trail I've come out. Just listening at the moment because there was a... I can't remember where the bear spawns are on this. Is that the village? Yes. The village is over here. Walls hang around in the village, and a black bear actually. The black bear does come into the village, so we could have some issues there. I can eat and sleep in the village though, which is nice. Oh, it's so weird doing a supply run this far out. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't normally do supply runs like this. Not this far out. There's a wolf coming this way. There's the old truss bridge. We've got like a small convenience store here with a Canadian flag, and then a couple of houses on the other side. History would tell me that a lot of these houses are going to be damaged and ruined and broken and God knows what else. So yeah, we got to be careful. There's another waterfall. No sign of the brown bear, black bear. Oh, looks like they've done this place up nice. Let me check the car first. The rural crossroads. Well, I can have my bow out in here. Nuts and stuff. Get the trunk. Building. He'll leave me alone. Right. The sound of crunching snow is so satisfying, yeah. Yeah, goddamn right about that. So this is one of those unfinished buildings. Bit of cloth. Crossroads house. So again, I'm going to be looting in the dark for the most part. I imagine most of this food is bad. Yep, the dog food especially. We'll just open that now. Lovely. Nice tin of dog food. That's what you want. And you're surviving out here in this. Matches! Yes, please. Fleece mittens. Say, it's all worth bringing with us. All planks. Be able to make sure that I don't miss anything. But at the same time, lighting a torch is waste. It's just going to have to be put out again. Get in here. Right then. Lighting should be a little bit better in here. Here we go. Pork and beans.
Still eat this.
It's in decent condition. It's not in decent condition, but it's not terrible yet. Got some. What's it here? Book. I got loads of books. Fire lighting supplies. A sewing kit. These are the materials that I'm here for. We have got Summit soda, water. Look, it's going to take several runs to fully loot this place. Painkillers. I'm stashing painkillers in the cash register. Oh, I didn't bring a pry bar. That was a wasted opportunity. Water purification tablets are a good find. More matches. Again, literally the reason I'm here, matches.
I'm gonna have to leave something behind.
Need thermal underleggings. Simple parka. I can try and determine what's the best thing to like take and what isn't the best. At the moment, food and supplies seems to be the best way to go. My character's really tired. Could sleep in here. Or I could get to one of the other houses that's more furnished. Let's go to one of the houses. I have, like, by finding food and materials and supplies, I can eat the rancid stuff and then take the good stuff back with me. This open? No, it's locked. I'm going to need to find a bar. Those matches down. No, it's just the gear stick. Not really expecting to find anything in here. Lift up the hood. That's how I know I've looted a vehicle, is if I lift the hood up. A couple more houses this way, and then our destination takes us that way. We could even follow the low lake round. Shouldn't really overstay my welcome. Did he just spawn out of the ground there? Jesus, barely anything. Yeah. A couple of smaller houses, not much else. Into the tractor. Anything? Nothing in the tractor. Rifle rounds, because it's... Oh god. It's on the other side. Okay. All song, no dance. There. Even then I'll do alright. Jesus, is someone tired? God bless you. He's a bit eager. Can we run a bit over with the tractor? I wish. I wish we could. Ah, here we go. A building. And spend the night here. Let's see what we've got. Thermal underleggings, please. What I'm here for? I've come for some long johns. Come to steal your long johns. Dog stashing some of the dog food. Crushed up cans. Let's search all the cabinets and stuff. The oven? Anything on the oven? Were they cooking anything? I've got a cooking pot.
Could end up being useful.
Take that with me. Just in case I need to do some cooking while I'm out here. I'll probably ditch it. Yes. Yes, it's literally why I'm here. Love the matches. Good. Cupboard by cupboard. No, they really like their pork and beans. Microwave. Anything in the fridge?
Should be
Bottle of water. I'll take that. Nothing in the freezer. Chocolate bar there. Dog food there. Gonna have some bog water. Let's drink some bog water. Yes, take the possible water. Straight from the U-bend. Delicious. What you want. Right. First aid cabinet. Antibiotics. 6 pills of 77% antibiotics. That's actually a really good find. This windbreaker. And clothing we can rip up into cloth. I don't necessarily need the clothing. Just need the cloth. And rifle ammunition would be a godsend. Even a single bullet I would take. We'll sleep in here for tonight, I think. Ruined scarf. I don't really want to move out at night, but character's too tired to do anything else. Drawers. Probably just going to find clothes and things, if anything. Right then, so we've got all of this extra food. Got these mittens and stuff. These are all terribly. This dog food. Need to eat. Some of that grub down you. Stuff. In terms of clothing, could repair some stuff. Could pass some time here repairing this bedroll. Just a little bit. 33%. We'll repair it with some cloth and a sewing kit. Take a little bit of time. We shall then sleep until the smalls. There you go. We got 7 litres on us, which is nice. Again, we need to always be conscious of the fact that we need to double back. Going to get a full night's sleep in, so we can carry as much as possible. Oh no, it's not a one-ball raid. Hide your kids. Right. So the weather's bad. Hugh just ignores the raid. Yep, there it is. Right. I'm going to go straight outside before I light up this torch. You might be able to see, you might not. There's a house just across the way. Creep in the car here. Now I can't see anything. Hey King Q, Spicky, how you doing, mate? Not too bad, I'm alright. Yeah, I'm just playing the Long Dark. We're trying out the Sennheiser microphone, the Mark IV Digital. Hopefully it's all coming together okay. As I say there, I'm just trying to get a chat, impartial review of the Sennheiser mic here. Don't need newspaper. I can make fires without it. Get inside. Lovely. Bit dark here, isn't it? Yep. Such is the name of the game, which would be the Long Dark. Lighter accelerant is always a nice find. Sometimes you can break open the crates and get materials. I don't know whether I'll be so lucky.
More food.
Yeah. You can always use more food. Ragged shirt. Heavy cotton sweater. Does that class as an underlayer? Need leggings. Oh, it's rifle round. 1 bullet. Again, the trick's going to be to get to the farmstead, maybe the radio tower. Let's make a run for it. Out here. So for the people just joining us, we'll just clue you in on what we're doing. We're playing the Long Dark. We're on day 150 odd, so we've been out here for 150 days, and we're currently on a long range resupply mission to an area that we've not explored yet, so reconnaissance and resupply. The area in question is known as the Pleasant Valley. I am trying to grab as much, not necessarily food, but material, supplies. I need tools. A couple of things that I've been running short of are matches. I know that sounds like really trivial. Can you like slam two bits of metal together to get a spark and make a fire like that? No. The only way you can make fire is through matches, through fire strikers, and through magnifying glasses. Now, no chance of catching a light with a magnifying glass here, and I do have some fire strikers, but I'm getting through them at a hell of a pace. What I really need to do, grab it, is to get more of these, what I would consider non-renewable supplies. Our first port of call is over here. Looking for a barn that I have reasonable memory is around here, but again, I'm not seeing it. Do you know how large the map is? Vast, in a word. And yet you're leaving all the curtains behind. I am, yes. Yeah, I don't need cloth, per se. Ah, there you go, the radio tower. You see that? Way back there? He's going to aggro. We're going to try and skirt him around here. We can fight him if he comes for us. I'm on full health. I've got decent hard-wearing gear. If he munches me, I've got your ticket, mate. Listen, I'm carrying a stick made of flames. You can see his eyes there. Oh, there's quite a few. I walked right into a pack of them. Got your ticket. Seeing the barn. Over this. Might have to use my flare. I didn't want to use my flare. I wanted to keep it as serviceable material. I think I'm going to have much of a choice. I'm in the right sort of area, I'm just not there yet. This looks about right. Across the river here. Lovely. Steady up. Okay. Oof. Managed to get him to de-aggro. Right. Aha! Here's the entrance. Farmstead. Here's the barn. Okay, Jesus, kind of loomed out of the darkness here. Witnessed Mother Nature in action, folks. Right, we need to get to this house. Here we go, the Pleasant Valley Outbuildings. This is the barn. I'm hoping to find some decent material in here. Really not much left of this torch. There's usually some arrows around. Because there's like a target for target practice inside. But I hate the amount of walls that it's valid. I'm going to have to thin the herd a little bit, I think. Not many arrows left, though. Got a granola bar left in here by Farmer Whoever. Get inside. There we go. Lovely. Right, do I hear a chainsaw? I hope not. That's really no good for anything at the moment. Right, let's craft a new one. Ooh, I'm out of sticks. Can I break up any reclaimed wood? Okay. I'm out of fire making material for the moment then. Can I harvest that into? Harvest for a stick. I can get a stick back, but I can't get other sticks. Interesting. Not like they're rare, but unfortunately I'm going to be touchy-feeling my way around for a little while then. Can find stuff. If I could get a fire going. Here we go. What I'll do, I'll use my hands to smash up this crate. I'll make a torch from the fire barrel, because we've got a fire barrel here. Bear with me, folks. You'll be able to see again shortly. think I used a match there, but never mind. We've got some in surplus at least.
Come on.
You'd be able to nurse that to health. Okay. We got that all lit up. Let's add some of that. Add some of that. And then take a torch. There we go. Not going to last long, but it should be enough for us to get around. Well, that was a rifle round there. Check upstairs first. Ah yes, a few supplies. Got a bandage, which is very welcome, considering we used a couple on the way in. Some more painkillers. Beef jerky. A flare. Good. That. Scrap material. Soda. Fry bar would be nice. Ooh, lantern fuel. Always welcome. Bringing stuff like that back is like insanely good. If I can bring lantern fuel back. Like a decent jerry can. Oh yeah. Even more lantern fuel. I could break up some of these cardboard boxes, but there's probably no need. Some of these lockers are still locked. Go figure. Ruined hat. The tatty old hat in the bottom there. Check downstairs. Check the car out. Check the car. No, we've got some crackers in the footwell, of all things.
Hope nobody needs this anymore.
Who puts the heavy tool chest on the top floor of a house? You make a very good point. Ah, haha, whetstone. Yes, literally one of the reasons I'm out here. A note left behind. I'll read that in a little while. Charcoal. I need that for mapping objectives. Taking a fishing hook. Can use that to fix myself if I get fucked up. Not expecting much else from this building. I'm expecting a lot from the building over yonder at the farmstead, and then the radio tower. And after that, we're going to go full circle back out of the Pleasant Valley. Ah, hello, fella. How you doing? Nothing on him. Poor geezer. Right. Newspaper. There's not anything else here, I don't think.
I could eat anything.
Right, let's see. In terms of food, let's get rid of some of the stuff that's got our scent on it, like this venison. Just make ourselves a little bit lighter for the road. Bit of that. And then let's drink some water. Again, I'm trying to bring sort of the non-perishables back to the house. Let's get some sleep in. We can sleep till day. So, close that up. Let's sleep. What's this? Cooking. See, I can just place it down like that. Right, sleep. Bedroll. Sleep for, let's call it, well, there's only a few hours. Let's call it 4 hours. Let's wait for the sun to come up. Workbench drawer. Was that a workbench? Have a look. Which workbench? Light out, but it's not light in. Right, I can't see a thing. I'm going to leave. I'm going to take this time to go. There's often stuff in the workbench drawer. Yes. But, oh shit, here we go. Here we go. Look at this. Look at this for a treasure trove. Arrow. Oh, don't burn it down. Arrow. Arrow. Broken arrow. Broken arrow. Yes, yes, and yes again. Check for more stuff up here. Very good spot to find some arrows, that. And they're very rare arrows, so... yeah, very good. The fog's bad. I didn't want to move out in the fog. And grab some torches, because now I've got the means to make extra supplies and material. Let's check the outbuildings. Some of the surrounding outbuildings, you know, the smaller shacks. I'm expecting to bump into some wolves, as there are so many on Pleasant Valley. How can it be so foggy if it's so cold? Good question. Just hay storage. small shack over here, similar to like the one we had back home. I think this is the main drive in, so we can take the drive. Yep, wolf. I would. Lantern fuel. Anything in here? Yeah. The only one out and about? Right. We'll take this out to the main road then. This seems to be the main driveway in. Sort of weird, like concave cut out of the road is likely the path that they cleared when they were still using this place to get cars in and out again. Lovely. So at the moment it's -29 with a -6 wind chill. With the clothing, the end game clothing we've got on, it feels like words. What does it feel like? It feels like, I'm gonna get it together, -5. God, that took way too long. Yeah, it feels like -5. The plan is to leave here and take a right through this archway that identifies it as part of the farm property, and then we will go and follow the fence, going right again, and then going to the farmhouse. Do the animals respawn in this game, or do they all get instantly spawned? The animals do respawn over time, but as the environment gets harsher and harsher, they become less and less likely to spawn. I've already got a shitload of simple tools, but they're not worth the wait. You nearly always get stuff from locked trunks and things, but you need a pry bar to get them. I do not have a pry bar. Lift the bonnet up to know that I've looted it. Oh, it's a spotlight. But it was like a rucksack. Okay, well, we'll follow the perimeter fence for the farm. That's the easiest thing to follow. And then the next entrance to the farm will be to the farmstead. And I can get in there. I think we've got to cross the lake. As soon as we cross the lake, we'll know that we're pretty much there. Got to keep an eye out for the grain silo. Quite a long walk, this, to the other side of the farm. Through there. I do like the Pleasant Valley as a map. I lasted a very long time here before, and I'm sure there's plenty of bunkers and things that we can use to extrapolate supplies from, and all will be great. But at the same time, it's just really far away. Like, I've already been here longer than I should be. I've been here a long time already, like a day or two. And while I've got a good amount of supplies, I could loot a bit further. Because it's not often that I'm going to be able to come out here. Like I say, it's just so far away from my current base that making an expedition here is a massive deal. Like, it takes ages to get stuff done. Like, Milton's right next to my doorstep, and even though there's rock climbing ropes that I have to worry about, it's ultimately right next to me. So it doesn't take too long if I'm in trouble to get back to safety. But here, if I end up in trouble and I don't have the materials, I'm pretty much dead. Hence why I'm being a bit tentative with what I'm doing and where I'm going and so on. And there's only so many supplies that I can bring back, so a lot of the jackets and things that I'm carrying I'm going to rip up for raw material and take those back. Looks like this is the river here, yep. Farmstead continues on the other side. Grab these reishi mushrooms. These are used to make an antibacterial tea. Up and over the side. Keep going. Sounded like there was some kind of carcass there. Heartbreak Bridge. Not as long as no bears come looming out of the darkness towards me, I'll survive the heartbreak. Did I have an emergency stim at one? I don't know whether I did. I seem to remember having an emergency stim at one point, but I can't quite remember. Let's mark where we are then with the bridge. Navigation, charcoal, low visibility conditions. Can't mark this position. No. Guy. Put the bonnet so I know that I've looted him. Nothing in the glove box. Nothing behind the mirrors. I don't know why I check up there, like a tin of food's gonna fall out or something. Is the boot unlocked? Nearly all these cut. Yeah, another locked trunk. Oof. Oh my god. Right. Stick to the road. Poo came out. Poo did actually come out. That was terrible. These fucking bastards. I'd shoot it, but I need to keep the arrows for defending myself. This is about right there. Here it is. Here's the driveway up to the house.
Not gonna be able to carry this load for much longer.
I've lost my ability to sprint, so that means I'm carrying over 50 kilograms worth of equipment. However, the house is just up here. Now the house has a bear that wanders round. Hopefully it's not close. It doesn't come to the house very often. But if it's here, I can't run. And pinging an arrow into it, I feel like isn't quite going to be sufficient. This power line runs directly to the house, obviously, so it has a landline connection. At least that's what I'm. So it's quite a long driveway. This. I'm pretty sure the house is here. Like, almost certain. Like, almost. Here it is, the farmstead. Could be a building that comes looming out. Oh, there it is. Check this car. And then we'll head on inside, and we'll probably spend the day there while we rip up supplies and prepare for our final push to the radio tower. Ooh, Stay on Target magazine. A training book for archery, which is good. Really want a training book for archery. You want to just get your archery skill as high as you want to get every skill in the game as high as you possibly can. But that's a particularly good one. We'll go in through the porch, I believe, the rear porch, just so we can check if there's any materials in there. Then we'll go down to the basement. And a dog food there. Fido's secret stash. In fact, we'll probably hit the basement first. Let's head down there. Yeah, at least we can see at the moment. That metal I do not need. I've got plenty of that back at the valley. Workers' gloves and cloth. Wooden matches. Yeah, we're just going to start leaving clothing now. Matches. Ruined light shell. Leaving that. Scrap metal. Quality tools. I'd love to take that back with me. Just a little bit too heavy. Whetstone, literally why we've come here. Let's check. Like I said, I need long johns. That's why I'm here. I've quested halfway across the world
I can use this.
for long johns. Antibiotics, yes. We're doing really well for antibiotics now. All these cabinets. I see some soda. Ooh, Moose Kicks coffee. Yes, please. Lemon soda. Oh, Jesus. So, no, I don't need scrap. Search and empty, empty and search. It's pretty rough and ready exploration. Yeah. to make sure I haven't missed anything like rifle rounds or anything like that. I know it's hard to see. Ah, there we go, a shooting guide. Again, always worth checking this. I would say this is one of the more major loot spots in the game.
That'll come in handy.
Okay, let's make it upstairs then, and then go and loot the main house. Sorry, I wanted to get the basement out of the way, because once it gets dark down there, you could cut the blackness with a knife. It's pretty terrible once it gets super dark, so get in here.